We live. We live. Appreciate y'all patience, man. Appreciate your patience because I know y'all was waiting to see, when I was gonna come on, but we on. How we doing today? How we doing today, family? How we doing today? How we doing today, man? How we doing today? What's going on with you? What's going on with your family? What's going on with you? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know how we doing today. Get this off, man. I need to be more relaxed with this. Got this going. We good. Hi, man. Yo, what is up, man? Good to see y'all. Bro in the chat, man. Sam Chris asks, how am I doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I feel good. It's a brand new day, brand new morning on the East Coast. Very grateful. A lot to be grateful for, a lot to be thankful for. Feeling really good, man. The background, the background. It's the same background that y'all always be seeing, but now I just put the real background is the same background y'all always see, but this time we put a little green screen. We put a little this it ain't real. This ain't a real. I don't know if it's a real place, but this one of Apple's options for the MacBook. Yeah. Felicia in here. Appreciate you for being here. Gerald in here. How you doing? Got the family in here. So it's a Q&A today, but I did want to start with gratitude, thanking God for a brand new day, thanking God for life, prosperity, happiness. I'm grateful that we're able to come together and be on this live stream. Mama in here. Got mama in here. How you doing? How you doing? Bro, you really inspirational. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. It's all about, this is what it's all about, man. Just inspiring people. But y'all inspire me. Everybody has a story. Everybody goes through life. Everybody goes through ups and downs, and we're making it on the other side. We are all inspirational. We are all a success story. As long as you are alive, you are a success story. Never forget that. Never forget that. So today we doing today we doing Q&A. So Q&As, man. Q&As. Any questions that y'all got, we're gonna hop right into it. Let me know if y'all like the setup. Let me know if y'all like the background. The background is not real. I'm just testing something out just to bring some life, bring something different. You help me gain the courage to take steps to better myself. I appreciate you, man. Proud of you, SOSJ, man. You the king, bro. Keep going. Appreciate your channel. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. How do I beat lust? So first you got to be aware of it. That's what I tell everybody. Everybody, that's the first thing that I tell, bro. You got to be aware of it. If you're not aware of it, then it's going to control you. You won't be able to have control over it. All right. So when you join the chosen ones, that's the first thing that we talk about. That's one of the first lessons. It gets way deeper than that. It's not complicated, but it gets way deeper. But you have to first be aware. If you're not aware that you have lust, then you're not going to be able to make a choice, a conscious choice between, let me lock in on my goals, or let me fall for pleasure. Let me be on my purpose, or let me fall for pleasure. What's the right answer? Being on your purpose. A lot of us men and women too deal with it. We don't actually think that we have a choice because we keep falling into our flesh. We keep falling into our desires. You don't have to do that. You have a choice. But it first starts with awareness, man. It first starts with awareness. Okay. So someone asked a great question here. How do I know if I'm doing enough work? When you go to bed and you're able to say, I did everything that I told myself I would do today. I completed my task list. I did the things that I needed to do. That is how you know you are doing enough work. That's one of the ways. And so if we don't have a task list, or if we don't have a schedule, we will never truly find out a way to measure how much work we're doing. That is the problem within itself. That a lot of us, we don't have a task list. We don't have a schedule. We don't have a to-do list. If you don't have those things, how are you actually going to measure the work that you're doing? How are you going to check off, okay, I did this, okay, I did that, okay, I did this, okay, I did that? It's going to be very hard for you to do that. It's going to be very hard. So for me today, I had to upload multiple Chosen Ones videos and get that ready. I was making thumbnails. I did all that this morning. All right. Spoke with my family, talked to my mother, talked to my brother, talked to my mentor, checking up on people that love me and appreciate me, letting them know I appreciate them. All right. So like my schedule is always something to do, but you always want to make sure that you're doing it to the best of your ability. If you on a phone, give that phone call your all. When you do work, give the work your all. Be very present. So when I was doing work earlier this morning, I wasn't really worried about what I had to do later on. I was just focused on doing what I need to do and getting it done and checking that box off. So again, I'm gonna give you one more clue, bro. One more tip. Please make sure, okay? Please make sure, bro, that you have a to-do list and that you are checking off this list. And when you go to bed, instead of you having this feeling of procrastination where you're like, oh my gosh, I should have did this yesterday, but I'll just do it tomorrow. I should have did this today. I'll just do it tomorrow. Now you have more of an understanding of the work that you're doing. And now when you go to bed, you're going to say, I can sleep well knowing that I did everything that I need to do. And that's how I sleep every night. That's the place you want to reach. That's where you want to get to. All right. How do you keep yourself motivated at all times? Really good. Really good. Definitely using the power of discipline. You know, motivation is good. And a lot of times we want to stay in that euphoric feeling of saying, oh my gosh, I'm motivated every day to do what I need to do. But some days we're not going to feel motivated, right? But what has to push us is that discipline. Now, here's the cool thing. This is what kind of puts a battery in my back, right? Like this is what powers me up, is by me understanding that I am awake, I am here, I am alive, I'm back, that I get to live this life and I get to work towards my goals and dreams. That's what motivates me so much. That's what motivates me so much. It's life itself. And if you're not excited to simply be alive and be able to elevate your life to where you want it to go, then it's going to be very hard for you to be consistent. A lot of the most successful people in the world, I feel as if they're actually just excited to be alive. Like their motivation baseline is very small. They don't need a lot to be motivated. So I would think of that. I would think of, I'm here. I'm grateful for life. So because I'm grateful for life, am I going to waste it? Nah, I'm going to show up and give it my all. The second thing I would think of is, how far have I come in life? So 5 years ago, I wasn't where I was at today. And so if I could put in the work for the next 5 years, where could I really be? And so keeping that long-term play in mind, knowing that each day adds up, and that 5 years from now, I'm going to look back and say, oh my gosh, we made it far. You know, so Felicia, keep working. Appreciate you being part of the channel. And I wish you nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. How to beat adversity. It's always gonna come, bro. That's the thing. Adversity's always, there's always gonna be a battle. It never stops. But you beat it every single time by, first off, looking at your track record. Every time you faced adversity, you beat it. You woke up the next day, you tried again. Woke up the next day and tried again. So you beat adversity by first understanding that it's not as powerful as you. And then you look at your team, you look beside you, like, man, I got God on my team. I could do all things, man. Like, we're gonna win. And you have to come into it with that mindset that we are going to win no matter what. We're gonna win no matter what. Adversity is here to see how strong you are. Are you gonna stick to your purpose? That's the beauty of what it is to be purpose driven. Y'all look up at the live stream and you see that logo right up here. It says purpose driven. That is what this is all about. You have to have a purpose and you have to be driven towards that purpose, towards that goal. That's it. Adversity is going to try to slow you down. Adversity is going to try to stop you. Adversity is going to try to say, you know what, you're not as strong as you think you are. But every time, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You stronger than you've ever been before. And so the last battle that we beat prepared us for the next battle. You see what I'm saying, bro? The last battle that we beat, that is what prepared us for the next battle. What you're going through right now is preparing you for the next battle. So there is no losing. There is no failure. There's only getting back up and being the best that we can be each and every single day. And to me, that's how we beat adversity. As long as I show up, and as long as you didn't keep me sitting down, sad, depressed, if I'm standing back up, then I won. That's how I see it. If you still standing, and that's something that my mom taught me. Like, one of her names that she goes by is Chrissy Still Standing. And that means that no matter what life put her through, she's still standing. She's still standing. You got to understand how powerful that is. When you still standing, you are winning. You are winning. Hi, brother. How can I become more consistent in doing my daily tasks? You have to do the main ones first. You got to do the main ones first. You see what I'm saying? The big ones that you don't want to do, let's get started with that. The thing in your head that you're dreading, that you don't want to get to, let's get started with that. Because what our mind does is it gives us fake distractions. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Our mind gives us fake distractions for us to actually not lock in and do the things that we need to do. Our mind will distract us and say, oh, you could do this instead, do that instead, knowing that you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to go to the gym, supposed to start that business. You're supposed to pick up that book and read that book. So the things that we don't want to do, when you do it, you feel the best when you do it. That is a fact. There's a lot of things that I don't want to do at first, but then when I do it, it's the greatest feeling in the world. It's the greatest feeling in the world. But it's up to you to be able to say, you know what, okay, let me go ahead and do the most important task first. So you'll become more consistent by realizing that the big task, the task that you're scared of doing, or the task that you don't want to do, is actually not that bad once you start. Nothing is as bad as we think it is once we start. And that's one of the biggest secrets of life. And a lot of people want to keep us in fear, and sometimes we keep our own selves in fear, and we're scared of starting something new or going after something or believing in ourselves to a certain degree because we're scared of our own potential. And we're scared that we might fail. Both of those things is the two main reasons why people are scared to try. You're scared of your own potential, or you're scared that you're gonna fail. But the truth is, you gotta just do it. So eliminate fear, get the big tasks done first, and I promise you, you're gonna start seeing a lot more consistency coming up. That's it. You just got to get those big tasks out the way. That's my opinion. I'm going to start work meeting in a minute. We still be going 45 minutes from now. You know it. You know it. We're going to be here for a little minute. We're going to be here for a little minute. You know? Tapping in from the welding booth. What's good, Malique? Hey, I'm doing good, Max. I'm doing good. Good to see you. I appreciate you. Videos help me a lot, man. Appreciate you. We got Steve in the building. Good to see you. All right. How do I know if I really want to make basketball my career? You would know. You would know. There would be nothing in. So this is a great question. I got a mentee of mine, real young, just turned 18. I put him on the phone with my mentor because it seemed like it wasn't clicking in his head what was really going on. He wants to play basketball. He is playing basketball right now. not nationally. He's 18, so he's playing college basketball. Okay. He got on the phone with my mentor. My mentor asked him, how often are you practicing basketball? My mentee said, for sure, like 4 times out the week. My mentor's taking notes. Then he asked him, all right, how often are you like training? Or how often are you practicing and watching film? I do it before school, and then we do it a little bit during school, and then I do it a little bit after school. He said, okay, I've identified 2 problems. You don't seem to be obsessed. When it comes to basketball, there's very little grace. You're trying to do something that millions of people want to also do. And you want to be one of the ones to make it, possibly make millions of dollars, which is deserved. You're putting your body on the line to entertain people. Bro, this would not be a question, bro. I have to keep it real with you. Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, these people, and almost everybody else in the league, you talking about the NBA, and it don't matter which league you talking about, European league, don't matter. These players are always in the gym. They're waking up at 5 a.m. There is no day off. This is very different advice than what I would give just somebody who maybe wants to do a YouTube channel. And even at first, that's a sacrifice. I was up 2 a.m. building up this YouTube channel, especially when I first started, making content, thinking of content ideas. So this goes for a lot of things when you want to start off. But with basketball, this does not end. You wake up at 5 a.m. from the beginning of your career to the end of your career. You're training every morning, every night, every evening. Kobe Bryant did 4 workouts a day, 3 workouts a day minimum. Do you have to be exactly like Kobe? No. But you have to understand the mentality that got him there. And so this is tough love, bro, but you got to step it up, bro. Basketball, you have to be obsessed, because the chances of you making it, I think it's very possible. I believe in people who got dreams. I'm never going to tell you this is your chance of making it. But the statistics of making it, you know those statistics, bro. So how do I know if I really want to make basketball my career? You would know. You would be obsessed, and it would be all you think about, and you'd be doing it all day, every day. And maybe you already are. And those are the signs. And if you're not, those are the signs for you to either take it up the next level or to sit back and think, how else can I live a fulfilling life, make an impact? Like, what is the root reason for why I want to be a basketball player? Do I actually love the sport? Or am I passionate about playing basketball? Someone used the word conviction. Emmanuel used the word conviction. You need conviction. You need a strong why, a strong reasoning. Okay? It can't just be because you like basketball. This is something that you commit to for like at least 2 decades of your life. You understand? This ain't no joke, man. 5 a.m. every morning. Can you do that? Working out multiple times a day. Can you do that? Your diet has to be on peak. Can you do that? All right. So that's a little bit of tough love from me, bro. But people who are basketball players, they never had to ask nobody, how do I know basketball is what I want? I never asked somebody, how do I know that YouTube is what I want? I never called my mom and said, how do I know, mom, that YouTube is what I'm supposed to do? I never did that. I just knew. The language is different. Hey, I'm doing YouTube. This is what I'm doing for my life. This is part of what I'm doing. Hey, I wrote a book. I'm an author. This is what I'm doing. People who have conviction, you don't ask nobody how you when you have conviction, you know nobody can tell you nothing. This is what you want to do. You got to go out and do it. I believe in you if that's what you want to do, bro. I believe in you. from South Africa. How do you implement systems to beat bad habits? Shout out to you. Shout out to South Africa. A lot of amazing people down there. How do you implement systems to beat bad habits? I'm glad that you used that word because it all comes back down to systems. So you are already 50% there when it comes to beating bad habits because you know it's kryptonite, right? So systems is how you form discipline. That is one of the ways, the main way for you to actually form discipline. Okay. So you implement it by starting small. A lot of people implement systems by starting big. That most likely they fail. The one thing that I learned from the book Atomic Habits is that, and if you know what an atom is, atomic atom is the smallest thing that makes up, you can say, life. So you start small, and it starts with, hey, you know what? Let me wake up 10 minutes earlier and see how I feel. So for the first week, you waking up 10 minutes earlier. Then next week, you're like, you know what? Let me wake up an hour earlier. Let me wake up 30 minutes earlier and see how I feel. So it starts small. You don't have to go, you've been waking up at 8 a.m. and now all of a sudden you want to wake up at 6 a.m. because you heard somebody say it's good to wake up at 6. Now, I'm the type of person to just try it. You know, you could just try it. However, that is not necessary for you to reach the same goal as other people who just jump in. You could slowly take your time to build these systems and build it right and find out a time that works for you. You will now have more information. Okay, I tried waking up at 8, 7, and 6. I find that waking up at 6:30 makes me feel the best. So now you implement these systems, you're trying things out, and you figure out what works for you. Okay. So Atomic Habits is a book that I would definitely tell you to try out. That is how you implement systems. You start small. You start small. If you want to change your diet, you start small. Okay. You don't change your whole diet overnight. That's a big adjustment for your body. You start small. Understand that we have time. You know, I know we talk a lot about being in the present moment, appreciating life. You'll never know when you pass. Yeah, all of that is true, but you have time. You don't have to implement these systems overnight. Slowly but surely, these systems will be implemented. All right. So take your time. And when it comes to beating bad habits, you're going to trade in the bad habits or trade out the bad habits and bring in the good ones. So if you have a negative habit, you have to find something to replace that negative habit. You have to, because if you don't, you're going to keep doing it. A habit, another word for habit, it is something that is habitual, which means it is second nature to you, which means it's very hard to stop, which means you need to replace it. And you're not going to replace every bad habit overnight, but you could replace one. And the next week, you could replace another. And then the next week after that, you could replace another. All right. Really good question. So if you had to start off where you started in an unhappy place, how would you lock in starting from a low place? How would I lock in starting from a low place? Man, I mean, that's the best time to lock in. That's the best. You can't lock in at a high place. Think about it. You got everything you need. Let's say we in heaven right now, bro. Let's say we in heaven right now. Everything you need is perfect weather. The trees look perfect. It's palm trees. The animals are talking to each other. You see all your relatives, everybody alive, everybody's thriving, everybody's glowing, everybody's spirit looks beautiful. Let's say we in heaven right now. What we locking in with? Locking in doing what? All you got to do is just enjoy your life. It's very hard for people who have everything to lock in. The fact that you're starting from a low place, this is the perfect time to lock in. And it's all the motivation that you need. It's all the motivation that you need. Whether people believe in you, people don't believe in you, that's motivation. Hey, somebody believes in me, I'm motivated. Somebody don't believe in me, that motivates me. You know, whatever it is, hey, my bank account is not what I want it to be right now, but I know that it will get better. Let me lock in. That's motivation. Hey, I'm not feeling my best. Let me lock in and let me start making progress in my life so I could really, you know, live a better quality of life. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how you lock in. It's very hard for people to lock in from a high place. Very hard. And usually the people who are living in a high place and they got everything they need, it's because they living off the hard work. People like me and you who started humble and is continuing to build their life up. You know what I'm saying? I was never given a small loan of $1 million. I never had that luxury. That's a luxury. We got to go out there and make the first meal. But it's possible, you know? And then, you know, people who coming after us, they gonna live a better life, but they gotta know that it took locking in to get here. Locking in is not really a state of mind that we should be in forever. Locking in takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of sacrifice. It's one of the hardest things to do as a human being. You are not feeding your flesh no more. You feeding your spirit. You working hard. You doing the things that you need to do. You're not partying. You're not doing all that because you have to focus, laser focus on a goal. There's a time and place to lock in. And if you're starting from a low place, this is the exact time to lock in. And let's say you lock in for just 6 months, your life is going to be dramatically different. Dramatically different. I started back working out yesterday after a long time. Congratulations. I will also hit a week free from lust tomorrow. And I made a video this morning. That is amazing. Locked in. Locked in. Mama said, hey, man, you know it. You know it. Gratitude is the key to becoming motivated. Yes, it is. You know, I definitely speak about that in my book. Gratitude is everything. Gratitude is that is my fuel. If anybody was wondering, that's my fuel. Gratitude. And I still feel like I could be doing more. You know, but that's where you give yourself grace. Like you have to notice everything that you've already done and everything that you're already doing and all the work that you're already putting in. Sometimes we do got to give ourselves grace. Sometimes we do got to go on that vacation, especially if you've been locked in. It's the people that's disciplined the most that need to hear that message that it's okay to take a little break, you know, but we're not stopping. We just slowing down a little bit and appreciating life, looking around. But then we continue in the journey. But gratitude is the key. All right. How to give your best when it matters the most. How to handle clutch moments. It's time, right? Like this is what it's all about. Now, I handle it like this. It's two things. The first thing is, and I felt this way before. I've had moments in my life where it's like, man, I'm about to do this cool thing. And I really recognize that every single moment of my life prepared me for that moment. That's something that is real. It's 100% real. Every moment before this moment prepared me to be exactly where I'm at right here, right now. That feels like a lot of pressure, doesn't it? But on the other side of that, it's like, well, if every moment, here's the key word, prepared you for this moment, then that means that you're supposed to be here, you're meant to be here, you're qualified to be here, and you have all the things that you need, all the tools that you need to handle this moment successfully. I think that that's very important to recognize. I think that that's very important to understand. So again, how to give your best when it matters the most. Understand that you have been prepared for this moment. You have been prepared for this moment, fam. You have been prepared for this moment. All right. You are prepared. You are prepared. You know, I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you so much. 16 years old. For the past 3 years, I have been lost. In late 2024, I found this community. You helped me through. God's power. Thank you, Malique, man. It's amazing. God bless you. God bless you. I appreciate you for being here. I really appreciate you for being here. You know, how you put in your question. It's me doing it. So I pick it. All right. I pick it. I'm going in order. But I really appreciate that. And I'm proud of you, especially being 16. Think about that, y'all. 16 years old. You know, I think it's the perfect time. You finally find a direction in your life. You know what it is to be purpose driven and locked in, have a goal and go after it. You understand some of the fundamental things of life that most people just don't understand. A lot of people want things to be handed to them. A lot of people don't want to work for the things that they have. A lot of people don't want to lock in. A lot of people don't have faith. A lot of people aren't purpose driven. A lot of people aren't going after their goals and dreams. A lot of people have given up. I'm proud of you. You at the right place and you 16. I'm proud of you, bro. That's wisdom right there. That's knowledge right there, bro. You're gonna be great, bro. I'm 23 right now. I remember being 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 7 years ago, man. It's crazy. Crazy. This life does not slow down for nobody. Appreciate you, man. New Jersey, New Jersey. Go within. You know that. You know that, especially on the personal channel. We be talking about it over there for real. Practice won't make perfect, but it will make progress. Exactly. All right, let's see. Let's see the next question. Someone said the same thing with music. Yeah, music is hard to crack into. It doesn't mean that you can't. You can. Somebody has to do it, but you got to be obsessed. Most people are not obsessed. Do you ever catch yourself fighting the urge to focus on too many things at once? Every day. Every day, there's always something to do. Like right now, the time that y'all actually sitting here with me, I was debating. I was like, man, I could make some more videos. You know what I'm saying? I could be making content right now to have ready. You know, I got my second channel. I could be building up that channel more right now. You say yes to things in life. There's a time and place for everything, but you got to say yes to something. And I said yes to live streaming for right now. I'm like, I want to live stream right now. I want to talk to y'all right now. I want to lock in right now with y'all. And I have to say yes to this, but I can never get my time back. I can never get my time back, bro. So saying yes to this, I can't make videos right now at the same time. You say yes to things and it stops you from doing other things. But what I realized is you have more than enough time to eventually get to the things that you want. And part of this is waking up earlier. Is the earlier you wake up, the more you're able to actually get done in your life. If you have a task list and a to-do list, your mind becomes more organized. You put a time set at when you need to get it done. And that's what you focus on for the moment. So right now, I'm fully present. I'm fully here. I'm not fighting with the present moment. My job as a human being is to experience the present, which is a gift from God. That's why it's called a present. It's a gift to be alive. And my job is to focus on what I'm doing right now. Everything that I do, I slow time down and I just try to focus on what I am currently doing. But in order to do that, you do fight the urge where you're focusing on so many things, but you have to choose, what do I want to focus on in this moment? And then when you're done with that, The next moment, okay, what do I want to focus on in this moment? And that's how you become way more productive. That's the secret to productivity. That's the secret to productivity. You're just figuring out, okay, what do I want to do in this moment? Okay, you know what? Let me start here. Let me do this first. And then later on today, I can do something else. You know? What do you think drives a man? Is it seeking great things or is it seeking to become great? I think a lot of people are seeking great things. I think a lot of people are seeking great things. I think a lot of people think that materialistic things or a better life and stuff like that is outside of themselves. So because a lot of people think that a lot of these things are outside of themselves, then they're seeking great things. But then there's people like us, because we've been practicing this on these live streams, where we understand that we are already great. And in order to accomplish great things, you would have to be a great person. Think about that. In order for you to accomplish greatness, you would have to already be great. How can somebody accomplish greatness if they're not great? A bum cannot accomplish greatness. And a bum still got the most powerful thing ever, which is life. So nobody's life is worth more than a bum's life. I'm just using that word as what we would call somebody who's underachieving, underperforming, has a lot of potential and resources to be great, but they choose not to. Okay, that's on them. You're acting like a bum. But listen, man, a lot of people are driven because of external forces. You know, this is a great question. A lot of people are driven because of external forces, you know, but I recognize that we're already great. So I'm not chasing anything outside of myself. I'm just being myself, and everything else will work out. I submit to one thing, which is God, which is the order of life. Some of us need to do that. We need to submit to the order of life. You are not comfortable with your life. You don't like the present moment. You don't like your car. You don't like your house. That's a problem. You look in the mirror. You don't like yourself. You are literally upset with every aspect of your life. You're in hell. You're in hell. I don't want to be in hell. I submit to the order of life. And when you do that, I'm not seeking great things and I ain't even trying to become great. I just am. They asked Jesus, they said, Jesus, who are you? I am. Don't label me. I am. That's it. I am. Hey, bro, I'm just here, bro. Whatever happens in life, I'll deal with it when it comes. But I'm gonna make the most of this. This is all that matters right now. Sometimes we gotta slow life down. You shouldn't be chasing greatness and you shouldn't be trying to become great. You come from God, you already great. Just live your life. If you want to achieve something and it takes hard work, just do that without complaining. Just do it. It's like, okay, well, this is what I want. So I'm just going to do what I have to do. Detach yourself. Detach yourself. We're too attached to life experiences where it's like, oh, I wish this experience was like this. Why is it like this? You're driving yourself crazy. You drive yourself crazy. I wish I lived here. Why do I live here? I'm a good person. I deserve a better life. Why do the better life is it's already within you. You got to understand that you come from heaven, bro. Like you come from the creator. What better life is there other than the life that you currently have? Appreciate your life and you'll be blessed with more. So I think what drives a man is, yeah, people are seeking great things and people are seeking to become great. I seek neither because I know myself. I know myself. When you introduce your name, right? Someone says, who are you? You have to say, I am Malique. I am. Never forget your connection to the I am. You are already complete. You are already whole. You are already good. You are already great. I am. Great question though. That's a great question though. That's a really good question. That's a really good question. Theodore, good to see you in here. Good to see you in here, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mm-hmm. Everybody got to start somewhere. We all start. A lot of us. We start here, and the beauty of life is that you just keep rising. Like that, I wouldn't want life any other way. I don't like when people act like they always had it together. They always had the best life. They started with everything. Nobody likes that. That's not a success story. I just watched Superman yesterday. I just watched the movie of Superman yesterday. For once, he was struggling, bro. For once, nobody likes perfection. That's not because you can't see yourself in that. For once, I watched Superman and I saw a man trying his best to be super. For once. It's a good movie, by the way. For once. And that's why I like Batman. Batman don't have no superpowers. Batman is a man. You understand? Like, and he's called Bat because he was scared of bats, but then he was able to break free from his fear and use it to his advantage. You know? So, man, life is beautiful, man. There's no story in perfection. I'm sorry. There's just none. What can you learn from that? That's why we on earth. We're here to learn. We come from perfection. You understand what I'm saying? If you come from God, that means that you come from an experience that was perfect. You understand? God knew your name before you were born, right? This is for people who believe. Okay. What does that mean? You was chilling with God, bro. Everything was straight. Everything was perfect. Then he sent you on earth. Hey, all right, let's learn. Let's go learn. You getting a little comfortable up here. You getting a little comfortable with perfection. Go learn and make progression. Go learn and progress. Go learn. Go sacrifice. Work hard. Have a family. Learn how to love. Learn how to appreciate the little things. When you live in perfection, you will take it for granted. You understand? That's why earth come before the blessings. That's why sacrifice comes before winning. That's why practice comes before perfection. Before the actual game, you have to practice. You can't just show up to the game. You can't just show up and hey, I'm here. What did you learn? So I look at life, I look at earth as this is a school. We're here to learn, we're here to grow. That's why we like information. That's why we're here today. We like to learn. We like to ask questions and learn. That's why I host Q&As. Not because I don't have all the answers. I don't know nothing. But I have a perspective that might help you. And just like that, that's all we need sometimes. Just a different perspective. Just a different perspective. That's all. I'm not special. I just have a perspective, a purpose-driven perspective. That's it. You see what I'm saying? But we're here to learn, man. We're here to grow. And so when you see people in your life that's not learning, they not growing, they do the same thing every day, that's dangerous. You have to understand that's dangerous. It's been 5 years, they didn't read no book. That's dangerous. Hello, that's dangerous. Hey, that's not good. That's not good. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. It's been 5 years, you ain't read no book. You can't be my friend. Y'all probably think you ain't gonna be no. I'm talking about an audio book, anything. A book that turned into a movie. You ain't read no book? 5 years? These the people we keep around us, though. You can have love for people, but we have to push each other to keep educating ourselves, to keep learning and growing and being the best versions of ourselves. You know? Currently in the UK, watching during my workout, content helping me to lock in for real. Most definitely, man. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to you. And shout out to you working out, man. You locked in right now. You know, I'm about to graduate right now. All my hard work is going to pay off. Congratulations. Congratulations. And I've seen some of the hard work because you've been so open about it, commenting under the videos and speaking about how hard you've been working. Super, super proud of you. You know, and I know that the people around you is going to be proud of you as well. But just know that we, the purpose-driven community, we are proud of you. Turning over a new leaf is crucial to attain the most superior version of yourself. Most definitely. Emmanuel has been cooking all day. Y'all stay tuned to his comments. Emmanuel, you've been cooking all live. I see you. Turning over a new leaf is crucial to attain the most superior version of yourself. Most definitely. I agree. I agree. Hi, Malique. This is Anthony B. I'm a young Black French man. Beautiful. And I follow you from France, Paris. Amazing. I love your content and the values you stand for. How do you create a great entourage of friends? That's great, because that's what we were just talking about, right? That's perfect. Isn't that a great segue? This is coffee, by the way, if y'all was curious. Cold brew. I don't think y'all can see it. Y'all probably like, what he drinking? It's coffee. It's coffee. You can see a little brown tint. Oh, damn. It's spilled. But it's coffee. Okay, so I love this question, right? This is a great question. So when it comes to friendships, there's going to be two things. What I look for when it comes to friendships is growth, but then also grace. So I'm not looking for my friends to be perfect because I know that I'm not perfect. I'm not looking for my friends to do everything that I do because I understand that I'm crazy. You know, I'm obsessed. You know, my work ethic might look different from other people's work ethic, but I am looking for you to work and work hard towards the goals and dreams that you have. So there's an ebb and flow here of grace evolving, grace evolving. Your friend, if it's really a friend, might come to you and say, hey, I'm going through a tough time, or hey, I messed up here. A true friend does not, you're not going to leave your friend just because they messed up, but you are going to hold your friend accountable. Hey, man, got to be honest with you. Okay. So if you have friend group around you that always agrees with everything that you're doing, that's not good. Unless you've really just been having a great winning season and you're doing and saying things that's not really, you know, crazy. But people in my life, they'll hold me accountable. You know, my wife will hold me accountable. I think yesterday, again, we was watching Superman, and we've been talking a lot about being in the present moment. That's a big part of our faith. It's about being present, being aware, living a life where you are in the moment and you're not worried about what's coming or what has passed, but you're worried about or you're focused on what is right now. So then we watching Superman, the end credits and all that. I thought it was pretty much wraps. Like, I'm like, all right, the movie's done. Everybody left. The cleaning lady was coming in, but she was like, listen, I'm gonna watch. I heard there's one more end credit. I'm watching to the very end. You can wait outside if you want. So I waited outside. I knew it was probably one more end credit for real. I just wanted her to enjoy it. It's cool. But I guess in that moment, you know, she came to me. She was like, what happened to living in the moment? And the truth is, I was in my head. I seen everybody left. I seen the cleaning lady come in, and that messed up my own experience. There's always two, not always, but for this particular movie, there's two end credits. Now it's nothing serious, but you know, it was two end credits. I only watched one and I left for the second one, but she stayed because she was present. And I'm happy. I'm happy for her. That was a moment of, are you gonna switch up your practices of life because of other people around you? So she held me accountable because I'm the one that's been telling her, hey, we need to be in the moment. We need to slow life down. We need to just be present. And in that moment, I wasn't present. And if you can't be accountable, or if you can't admit when you fall short, even for little things, I did have to use the bathroom. I had to pee though, but still, even for little things, bro, that's a problem. So you have to make sure that your friend group is holding you accountable and that you're holding them accountable. You have to make sure that they're evolving and growing, but then also give them a little bit of grace. All right. So for me, that's how you create great friendships. It's not that complicated. Evolve and grace. Evolve and grace. And grace is also accountability. Just because God give you grace don't mean you can mess up again. There's times in life where I messed up. God gave me grace. But what does grace mean? God gave me the space. It means that God gave me the space to make a mistake, learn from my mistake, and be better because of that mistake. He allowed me the space to operate in failure so I can know what success looks like. It doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like this type of behavior. So he gives me grace. You understand? He didn't just take me off the earth and say, hey, bro, straight to hell because you done messed up. It doesn't work like that. We have a lot of grace in life. So you got to give your friends some grace. But also, if you've been giving them grace and you've been trying to help them evolve and they don't want to evolve, that's not a true friend. And that's somebody you probably want to separate yourself from. Okay? Great question, though. Great question. Don't let darkness engulf the world around you. And this you're strong, man. He been cooking all live. He been cooking all live. What are important components to take account in order to have healthy, great entourage in accordance to you? So I think we just answered that. I mean, one more thing is this. I say one more thing. They got to be doing ego work. This is a new one, though. This is something that I've been practicing, especially as of late. When I say as of late, for the past couple of years, 2 years max, I've been on this journey of lowering my ego, right? We all have an ego. An ego is not inherently bad. You don't need to eliminate your ego. If you eliminated your ego, you would have no name. You would just say, I am. What's your name, right? So your ego is your name. Your ego is your personality. However, some people's ego grows so big that it stops them from being accountable. They don't want to take responsibility. They think that their stuff don't stink. They think that they're God's gift to earth. We all God's gifts to earth, but listen, you ain't all that, okay? We all got to work. I'm not all that, all right? We all got to evolve. We all got to do better. Like that's the whole point of life. What you mean your stuff don't stink? Why you here? Why are you on earth if your stuff don't stink? Everybody's stuff stink. Everybody has work to do. Everybody is not perfect. No one's perfect. So when someone's ego is too big, can't be around that. That's a non-negotiable. Can't be friends with that. I wouldn't even want to be friends with myself if my ego was big. That's not good. Someone said, John Gardner, I really let a female run my life and I feel so bad about her blocking me and I'm just so ashamed of it, man. Move forward. Move forward. And the thing is, she should have an impact in your life, but you should have an impact in her life too. And you should have an impact in your own life. What I mean by impact is it's okay for the person that you're with, for a woman to recommend you to do something or push you to be good, push you to be great. But when she's running your life, she's not God. And her name is not John Gardner. That's your name. And so there has to be boundaries set out of respect for your own sovereignty, your own being. You got to respect yourself. And I'm glad that it seem like you respect yourself now. Don't beat yourself up. There's no need to beat yourself up over that. Move forward, okay? Take notes, learn from this experience, and be better because of it. All right? Hey, so I'm 26, getting myself together, just finishing up my GED. Congratulations. Congratulations. Any advice for me, man, starting life late? Nah, you starting life just on time, man. 26 is very young. I would hop right into how to start a business. You got your GED. You could apply to jobs. That's great. Apply to jobs. Apply to jobs. Apply to jobs. Apply to jobs. I'll let you know the job market is not the best, but we are the best. You understand? So we'll qualify. You'll do just fine. Apply, apply, apply. Whether you get a job or not is not the point. Here's what I'm really going to say. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm going to back up that. That is really what I would want people to do with their life. If I'm just going to keep it real, I want you to be happy. I want you to do what you want. But for me, I'm just saying, whether it is a side hustle or the main hustle, that's up to you to figure out. I want you to hustle. And what I mean by hustle is I want you to have your own business. I want you to be an entrepreneur. I want you to work for people. Okay? There's something beautiful about that. For example, last year I wrote a book. Now you see it's a banner at the bottom of the live stream. People could go and get the book that I wrote last year. All right? They can always buy it. The book is already made. People, it will always help people, and they can always buy it. The value is already set. I'm not trading in my time for money. I'm creating a product to help people in their life, a real life product, not no crap for a quick buck. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in scamming. I don't believe in those type of entrepreneurial. I really despise people like that. It irks me. We've all fell for that type of stuff. That's not good. It's not healthy. But a good entrepreneur, an entrepreneur that is actually working for people and want to see people win. I only wrote a book because y'all told me to. My community said, can you write a book? So I got to work. My community said, can you start a podcast? So now we on Spotify, Being Purpose Driven with Malique David Lewis. We've had a podcast for a year. So when you work for people, you hear the needs of what people need, and then you create that. That is a surefire way to make sure that you and your family could eat, and to make sure that you helping other people in their life so they can eat. It's a win-win. It's only a win-win in entrepreneurship. It's not a win-win with a job. It could be if you love what you do. It could be. But a lot of people, they don't like their job. They're not happy with their job. So even if you have a job, I want y'all to start. This goes for everybody. If you start in your life, I want you to think about ways in which you can help people. Now let's talk about something that's even more important than that. When you're starting your life, your inner purpose is very important, Angel. Always be in tune with your spirit, with your instincts, with your gut, with God. Always. That's going to be your navigation system in life. It's going to help you navigate to the point where everything I just said, you might feel in your gut, well, maybe I don't agree. I want to apply for this job and I want to do this for my life. Then that's what you're supposed to do. Everything I said, it don't matter, because you trust your own instincts. And that's how I believe that's how God communicates to us. A lot of times when we trust our gut feeling, we're usually right. I think science even says that. Like, when you trust your gut feeling, there's something divine there that is not even, you can't even explain it. So at the end of the day, you got your own navigation system. Trust it. Build that relationship up with God. Stay disciplined. Stay motivated. But you're 26. You are young. You are not starting life late. I know we see a lot of young people become successful. Anomalies. That's not really how this stuff really works. You got to put work in for years. Even for me with social media, I've been doing social media since I was in middle school. And it started with music. But I had to learn how to market myself and promote myself. But I was always on social media since like middle school. Started first on Instagram. So like I've been putting in work for a minute, like you can't just want something and just get it overnight. Just keep putting in the work. But I'm proud of you, man. You start in your life and it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. Advice to me, a woman that got cheated on and had plans to lock in with their guy. We broke up. I'm sorry to hear that, Salma. Man, sorry to hear that, right? Here's my advice. And you are a woman, so the advice might be a little bit different, but it's overall the same, no matter who you are. When it comes to a breakup, I want you to look at it as a breakthrough. You've completed that chapter of your life, and now you're entering a brand new chapter with a whole bunch of new possibilities and opportunities, not just to meet the right person, but just for you to grow, evolve, and learn from the past chapter. Take those lessons that you learned from the past chapter and apply it to your life right now. And I promise you, things will continue to get better. That was not the right person for you. That was not the right person for you. Lying, or like really what makes cheating bad, the act is bad, of course. What's worse is that you lying. Couldn't even be honest and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. You don't got to be with me no more. This is what I want to do. Nah, but lying about it. That's not the right person for you, because that person is, if that person cannot be truthful with you and be authentic and be honest with you, even about those type of things, that's not the right person. You can't trust them. You don't really know who they are because they lying. That's why, to me, one of the biggest things is we always got to be truthful. Like, you don't got to tell somebody, especially if they're not your partner or your spouse. Like, you don't got to go around telling the whole world every single aspect of your life. No, but you want to move around with an honest heart. So learn the lessons that you can learn from it. Understand the value that you bring. Understand that you got cheated on. That has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with that individual. And that's something that they need to work through. A lot of times when people cheat is because they feel some sort of emptiness within themselves. That's not an excuse. That's just a fact. That's his journey to go through. You don't got to walk with that. You don't got to walk with him on that journey, because I'm not going to lie, that's not an easy journey to come out of. So get up out of there and go be with somebody that really appreciates you, but don't force it. Don't rush it. What I would say is build a relationship with yourself. Give yourself flowers. Give yourself hugs. Give yourself kisses. Appreciate yourself. Love yourself. Right? And when the time is right, you'll know the right person will come. So that's my advice. And I'm not just giving relationship advice out of thin air. I'm married. All right. I'm in a marriage. Okay. That's where I'm coming from. All right. So I hope that helps. Let's see. Invite 2025. You sum up on my YouTube feed and I continue to watch your videos. Now 2025 is the year so far. That's amazing. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, let's see, y'all. Man, going live is crazy, bro. Going live, you can't really think about it, because it's like, it's just people looking at you, but you can't think about it. Y'all not people, y'all my family, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, bro. It's cool, bro, but it's like, if you really think about it, bro, it's kind of trippy, bro. I don't think about it. I don't think about it. The best thing you could do, this for any aspiring content creators, the best thing you can do as a content creator is be authentic. That's the only way you're going to get through stuff. That's the only way. Yeah, man, I was 16, 17. Bro, Rich Mills, bro, it's crazy, bro. 16, 2 years ago. Man, we enjoy your presence and thankful for your patience, man. Most definitely, most definitely. It's all about presence, That's really what it comes down to. Being, as long as you hear, as long as you are active in your life and you appreciate your life, most likely your life will go good. A lot of people don't live in their life. They live in their mind. They're thinking of the past or they're thinking of the future. They're never in the moment. Your life will not be good if you do that. That's a fact. How can I build a system to pursue multiple interests and to grow in all simultaneously? You cannot. There is no system like that. None. I'm obsessed. Trust me, I've tried. You have to pick one. And then once you master that one, then you pick up other stuff. I'll give you an example. My wife right now, she wants to do a lot. Her brain has been buzzing with creativity. I've been patient with her, but I told her the other day, I'm like, hey, man, You're gonna have to pick one thing to focus on, buddy, so we could get it cracking. Okay, so you can start seeing progress in this lane. All right. It's not really a system. It's more of what I'm about to tell you. It's more of the identity behind the things that you're trying to do. You want to make sure that they're all related. So if the things that you want to do in life feel are all related, then it'll be much easier for you to pick up the other things at a certain point in time because you're already doing something similar. So again, I use this example. I've used it before. I'll use it again. When it comes to social media and my presence on social media, I started with YouTube first. Then I did Instagram. Then I did TikTok. And now on TikTok, we got like 55K. On Instagram, we close to 100K. We had like 85 or something like that. 86 something. I don't know. 80 some K. And on YouTube, that's the one I started with first. We almost at 300K subscribers. Is it all about the numbers? No, but it tells us the numbers tell a story. I did YouTube, I did Instagram, I did TikTok. I started with one. YouTube's almost at 300. Instagram's almost at 100K. TikTok has passed 50K. You can still reach high numbers. You can still reach high heights. You can still achieve everything you want. But you have to master one thing first. When we try to master three things at once, no, it's no. And you can still do it, man. But the thing is, Phil, what's gonna happen is you're gonna burn yourself out. And you're not putting all your energy into one thing. And it's been proven that when you put your energy into one thing, the chances of that one thing being successful raises. Right? And what are we looking for here? Success. You don't want the things that you're pursuing, you don't want your interests to fail. You want it to be successful. So, in order for it to be successful, you got to pick one thing to focus on right now. Master that, make it a success, and then take your attention to somewhere else because you already got this going on. All right. So focus on, pick one thing, and start today. Go in on that one thing. And once you master that one thing, now you can start the other thing and do both. But something has to be mastered. You can't be a baby at two things. That's a lot. It's not that it's impossible. It's just hard for you to actually garner results when you're not all in. You have to be obsessed with one thing first. Someone said the format for the stream reminds me of a TV show podcast thingy. We trying, man. I'm trying to, this setup is way better than our past setup. So this is cool, man. We got a camera, not the laptop camera, but an actual camera. I got one of my cameras. We got the chat box floating. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool, man. Good morning to you. Glad that you're here. How stop being. Hey, don't stop being. That's everything. Don't stop being. Being is everything. That's one of the purposes of life, is to literally just be. So don't stop being, because you wouldn't be here. All right, let's see. Someone said, how can I find myself? This is a great question. I love the philosophical questions, man. Man, this is a great question. How can I find myself? So let's bring it back when we talked about introducing who you are, right? You would say, someone say, who are you? You would say, I am Nathan. Okay. English, the language has already given you a clue of who you are. You are two things, but it's all connected. But you are two things. I am and Nathan. Okay? Who is the I am? It is God that came before form, that came before physical existence. He put everything here, everything physical, every creation. He is before creation. So he got a name, but one of his names is simply I am. I am. Because that's before everything. Right? Now I don't know if you believe, Nathan, but in scripture, and it's not just in one scripture, it's a truth of life. It's almost in every single one of them. Well, where does I am live? It says the Spirit of God dwells within you. It says that your body is a temple to host what? A temple needs to have something in it, a temple that has a spirit in it. The Spirit of God dwells within you, and you are also a spirit. So when you talk about how can I find myself, part of yourself is connected to God. Period, point blank. Another part of yourself is just Nathan, flesh, a human being. But what's moving this? How does the human being have life? It has a spirit. It has a spirit. Only God could create life now. You understand? So when we talk about who you truly are, if I had to describe myself, I would say that I am a spirit having a human experience. That's it. That's how I would describe myself. And because I'm a spirit, and because my spirit is connected to the I am, because my spirit is connected to God, there's no need for me to worry. There's no need for me to stress. There's no need for none of that. There's no need for none of that. All of that is caused by this other aspect of me that is just experiencing life. We always got to label things. We always got to get upset at something. That's ego. All of that is ego. Never happy with your own life. Always pointing the finger. Never at peace. So if you want to find your true self, you need to just find God. That is the source of everything. You find yourself by finding God. That's it. That's it. There's no way else, bro. There's nothing else is going to fulfill you like that. Nothing else. And again, the clue is in your name. I am Nathan. When you have to introduce yourself, I am Nathan. I am Malique. So how do you find yourself? Find God. Find God, bro. It's just that simple, bro. And just and chill with that. Rest with that. But if we trying to like, oh, I gotta be, what's my personality? Like, who am I trying to be in this world? How are people gonna look at me? People are gonna judge me, how successful do I want to be? Like how much money should I make in order to be accepted by the world? And we're not trying to be accepted by the world. We're set apart from the world. So you're finding yourself has nothing to do with other people. Finding yourself has nothing to do with your goals or dreams, bro. That's a deep question. That's a deep question. Finding yourself is finding God, bro. It's really just that simple. There's no truer you other than the one who made you and put your spirit in there. This human body's gonna go one day. Everything you do with this human body, bro, it don't even come close to the spirit. You understand? Like it don't even come close. Nobody really talk about this. I don't know why. Maybe because it's gonna put you at peace. If every human being knew that they were connected to God, you think we would have war? You think people would be going to bed hungry? Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah. The world would be very different if everybody knew who you were connected. You can only be connected to something if you share, if you share some DNA with it. God made man in his image. I don't have, man, I don't listen, man. I don't care what nobody think about me. I don't care what nobody. I got feelings, I got emotions, but it's like I have God. That is all I rest with. That's all I care about. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how can I find myself? Let me find God so I could be the best version of myself and made purified through him. Now that I'm the best version of myself, that's who I am. Think about the best version of who you are. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about outside success. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about character. I'm talking about how you treat people. I'm talking about how you look at yourself in the mirror. Do you hate yourself? Why would you hate yourself when you made in God's image? The things that we deal with, it really don't make sense because nobody want to say the quiet part out loud. Well, I'm gonna say it. You connected to God, bro, and you made in God's image, and his spirit dwells within you. Who do you think you are? Who do you actually think you are? You're not just Nathan. You're not just Nathan, bro. You're not just Nathan, bro. You're not just flesh, bro. You a spirit. That's who you really are, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I could be wrong. That's gonna fix everything. That's gonna fix everything. What is your opinion on being LGBTQ and following God? What that got to do with your true DNA? What does that have to do with God saying that his spirit dwells within you? What that got to do with it? What does that got to do with it, bro? The word, right? How to live, right? Okay, so that's what that has to do with it. So he wants you to live a certain way. You don't want to live that way. That's between you and him. I don't got nothing to do with that. I don't got nothing to do with that. That's not on me. That's between, it's a relationship. That's between you and God. That's between you and God. You see what I'm saying? That's what I think. That's between, but let's say, for example, right? Let's say that you got that community, which I got no hate towards at all. But let's say you got that community and everybody was that way. Humanity would be dead. There would be no more life. There would be no more birth. The population would not exist. You understand? You understand? It's really just biology. God ain't say nothing that was crazy. He just said, hey, if we want humanity to still be here, make sure that, y'all making kids, okay? God is a biologist. I'm sorry. Now, if you part of that community and you don't want to partake in biology, that's on you. Like, what can I actually say, bro, as a dude on YouTube to that whole community? There's nothing I can say. There's nothing I say is gonna actually do anything. It can only inflict harm or hurt, right? People who part of that community is going like, what is he gonna say that's wrong? What is he gonna say? Is he gonna be like every other person that believes in God? Does he think I'm going to hell? I don't think nothing. I'm focused on my relationship with God. That is it. I'm not a politician. I don't have to write laws. I don't have to tell you what's acceptable and not. I'm just gonna tell you, bro, if everyone was part of that community, humanity would die in the next 100 years. That's all. As long as we understand biology, then maybe you'll understand why that was in the word. Maybe, you know, but that's a fact. Nobody could argue with that. That's why we don't see no comments saying you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm right. I'm right. It's biology, bro. It's cool. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think God wants to see humanity. He don't want to see his creation just be eliminated. You know, let's say you create a species, bro, and nobody's reproducing. Well, let's try this again. That's tough, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's tough. That's tough, bro. That's tough, bro. You create a whole species and nobody's making kids. See, we think about it in a sense where I think sometimes religious folk be too high horse, too religious, and they try to make people feel bad for who they are instead of just telling them facts. Hey, if we was all like you, humanity wouldn't exist. And so that's why I'm pushing nuclear family, I'm married, whatever, right? That's what they would say. Then that makes more sense. But I don't think people should be going around just saying, you're going to hell. You're going to hell. Like, you don't have the authority to tell nobody that. You don't have the authority to tell nobody that. You know what I'm saying? You don't got the authority to do that. So that's my thoughts on that. Really, it was not a hard question to answer at all. I know I spoke facts. Yo, man, I really like some advice. Every day I've been trying to take control of my life, but my biggest setback is I make excuses and trick my mind into procrastination and end up doing nothing. That's all it is. That's ego. That's the ego, bro. It does not want you to work. The ego was made to keep you very comfortable. You know, it was made to keep you very comfortable. The ego does not want you to be the best version of yourself. It will always psych you out and tell you, you don't have to do this today. You can do this tomorrow. You don't have to do this today. You can do this tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. All we have is today. So you have to stop procrastinating, bro, because you can't say in one breath, I'm grateful for my life. And then in another breath, I'm not going to act on my purpose. Well, if you were grateful for your life, then your actions would be showing something different. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're grateful for life, you got to show up. Your ego don't want you to show. Your ego is going to trick you out. What do I mean by ego? That little voice in your head. Oh, you could do it tomorrow. Oh, you don't have to do it right now. That's not you, bro. Somebody just asked the question, who am I? How do I find myself? It's that, you know how you're able to observe that? You know how you're able to say, I make excuses and trick my mind into thinking procrastination and end up doing nothing. You are not tricking your mind. Your mind is tricking you. You need to separate yourself from your mind and you need to observe what your mind is doing. You are not your mind. That's how you know you being tricked. You can't trick yourself. Something has to trick something. Your ego is tricking you into thinking that you don't got to work hard, into thinking that you can do something tomorrow. No, all we got is today. All we got is today. You feel what I'm saying? So you need to shrink that little voice and you need to step up, bro. You're in charge, not your mind. If you keep giving your mind power, your mind is going to win every single time. You got to take that power away from your mind. That's why people say you are not your thoughts, because deep down, you actually want to work. You actually want to work out, go to the gym, be the best version of yourself, and do the things that you need to do in life. That's what you actually want. So this battle that we have with ourselves is a battle between your spirit, which knows that you need to get to work on this earth, and your ego, which don't want to work and it wants to stay comfortable. And that's the battle that we face. It's those two things, your spirit versus your ego. Which one is going to win? Well, which one are you giving more power to? You need to tell your mind to be quiet, you know? And your mind, it's not a bad thing. It's just, it thinks that it's helping, but it's not. Oh, you don't want to do it right now? It's like ChatGPT. Oh, you don't want to do it right now? So, okay, here's what you can do to not do it right now. Well, tomorrow you can, you could just push it off till tomorrow. And right now you can actually sleep. It's just like ChatGPT. Your brain is just like ChatGPT. Tell your brain, have a thought in your brain where it's like, man, I don't feel like doing this right now. Your brain is going to give you an answer to your feeling. Oh, you don't feel like doing this right now? Oh, okay. Here's what you can do to not do it and accomplish that feeling of, you know what, let me just sit down and do whatever. Nah, bro. You are in control of your mind. You are in control of your mind. Real quick. So for marriage, does the price of the ring determine the value of love? Oh, of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Love, first off, love can never, you can never determine love. Like, it's not something that you can measure. You know, this similar to how we measure our life. Like, we measure our life by, like, we created time. But I don't think that you could ever create anything that could determine the value of love. Nothing. So when you get that ring, whatever that ring is, and you give it to that special lady, you know, it's the words that you're saying, it's the vision that you have, it's the commitment that you're making. Now you still want to, get a decent ring. You don't want to get her no, lollipop ring. You don't want her to get a little popsicle ring. But you don't have to get the most expensive ring. Because let's say you're not in that financial situation right now. She has to understand that. And she should already understand that before you get on one knee. And then later on in life, you could get another one. Once the money go up, you could say, hey, remember that ring I bought you? And it was like a small diamond and you appreciated it and you were so thankful. Here's a bigger one. We're in a more blessed position. Happy birthday or happy wedding anniversary or happy engagement anniversary, right? So don't feel bad about no ring, man. Don't let no ring stop you from one of the greatest things that will ever happen in your life. The ring is the message, not what it is made of. Facts. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Real quick, will long distance relationship work out? I'm here in uni thinking hard about her. I'm gonna answer that after I answer this, because that's a big one. Whoo, that's a big one. Real quick, well, this is a big one too, man. Okay, I'm gonna answer this one and I'm gonna answer that. So, how do I pray? For me, it starts with gratitude, being grateful for the things that you already have in your life. You don't want to come from a position when you pray of lack. So you don't want to say, oh my gosh, God, I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. Can you please bless me? Can you please give me this and that? Can you please? Because the thing is, he gave you sunshine. He gave you water to drink, food to eat. He gave you the trees. He gave you your life. He gave you a heartbeat. He gave you a brand new day. And so God give you all of this. And then you turn around and say, can I get more? What do you sound like? You sound like a brat. So when I pray, I don't really ask for nothing. I already know that it's going to be done. I just ask God to continue to give me wisdom, continue to make me the best person that I can be, continue to help me grow and evolve. And then when I pray, I'm definitely giving gratitude and thanks for the life that I have been given and for the things that I already have. I believe that when God sees that you are grateful for the things that you already have, that he will bless you with more. That's just how life works. That's just the principle of life. If you always focus on lack, that is what you'll always get back, because that will be your reality, because that will literally be what you see. However, when you focus on abundance and you focus on the things that you already have, you start to see how blessed you actually are. I mean, right now, you guys are watching a live stream on YouTube through an electronic device. We live in some of the best times ever. Do not forget how blessed you are. If you have internet and you're watching this live stream, most likely you got food in the fridge, you got water to drink, and you have a roof over your head. It is amazing the things that we have and the things that we take for granted of. BT4T said, thank you, bro. Most definitely, bro. Most definitely, bro. That's how I go about it. It's all love at the end of the day. It's always love at the end of the day. We gotta love our neighbor no matter what, no matter who they are, no matter what lifestyle they have. You gotta love your neighbor. That's just what it is. It's real hard for people to understand that concept. Even on my Instagram, which is right here, socials, Malique D. Lewis, I posted something on Instagram and I said, we have to forgive our enemies. And I see a lot of people in the comment section of that video having a very hard time understanding what that means. I had somebody today, they was like, they commented, even Judas betrayed Jesus. And I said, even Jesus forgave Judas. What's your point? You need to forgive your enemies. Why do we have a hard time forgiving our enemies? Why are we holding on? They're winning. You understand that? That's why the world's so negative. We hold on to stuff. We have to stop doing that. We're stopping our blessings like that. Every time that you don't forgive your enemies or you don't forgive people that did you wrong, you are stopping your blessings. I hope you know that. This is why it's important to do the inner work. Like, inner work is so important and it's so underrated. Nobody want to really talk about it. Nobody want to talk about faith. Nobody want to talk about these principles of life. I'm going to do it. If you don't forgive your enemies, you're making your life more difficult than it needs to be, right? That's that I think we can all agree on. I don't know if it's going to stop your blessings for real. I'm not God, right? Maybe I overstepped there. But when you don't forgive your enemies, you're making your life more difficult than it needs to be. So this is a path of just the things that we do, bro, in life. We're here to forgive people. We're here to learn. We're here to love thy neighbor like ourselves. It don't mean you need to hang out with people who you don't like. You're not supposed to like everyone, and you're not supposed to actually like love everyone. How can you love somebody that hates you, right? You love them from a different space. You don't your ego don't love them. Your ego remembers everything that they did to you. Like, it's a different type of love. It's the love that God gives us. It's called grace. Extending grace to your enemies is loving them, but you can do that from very far. I'm not telling you to go hug your enemies. Please do it from as far as you need to do it. You could even forgive people without telling them that you forgave them. You don't have to tell nobody that you forgave them. You just need to forgive them for you. You understand? You just got to forgive people for you, and forgive people for, do it for God. Do it for being the best version of yourself. Take the higher road. Real quick, how to love yourself and lock in by yourself with nobody around. Okay, before I answer that, let's go to our bro who's in a long distance relationship. Yes, the long distance relationship can work, but you have to put in a lot of work. I look at a long term. I look at a long term, a long distance relationship like entrepreneurship, bro. It's like a business. You got to check up on it every day. You got to build this relationship, and you can't. You're not there with it. That's it's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of trust. Okay, so only you know if it's gonna work. Only you know if it's gonna work. Is she will? You're in university. Is she willing to come visit you? I think if you're in a long term, if I keep saying long term, if you want to make a long distance relationship long term, I think that it's very important for you to make travel arrangements. You can't just stay where you at. That we've been doing that for too long. We staying where we at. We in long distance relationships. Nobody visiting each other. You need to visit each other more often. It can't just be holidays. The physical is very important. Okay. But the feeling of love extends past physical. That's why long distance relationships can work, but you have to make plans to meet in person, and you have to communicate very well. You have to communicate very well. Don't be afraid to call. Tell her don't be afraid to call you. All right. Yeah, I feel good about that. Yeah. Yeah. My only answer to that is do it. My only answer to that is do it. Do it. Right. Okay. What was that? What was that question from earlier that I said we were gonna do? So we got a couple that we need to do. We got a couple that we need to do. All right. Back up here from Tavin. How do you heal self? I'm just gonna give you a book. The power of the power of your subconscious mind. The power of your subconscious mind. This is part of your connection with the main healer, with God. The power of your subconscious mind. Go get that book. All right. Go get that book when it comes to healing yourself. And of course, I do speak about ways in which you can improve your life and heal within with forgiveness and stuff like that in the Purposeful Man playbook. There's forgiveness in there as well. There's healing in there as well, for sure. Birds of the same feather flock together. Most definitely. Most definitely. Real quick, started my workout journey a few months ago. Transformation is evident. God bless you, Malique. I'm so proud of you, Thomas. Way more proud of you than you think. That is what it's all about, man. That is what it's all about. Not everybody lives with purpose. Facts. Not everybody lives with purpose, but everybody has a purpose. Can you believe that? Not everybody lives with purpose, but everybody has a purpose. So that's when we talk about people not reaching their full potential, how can you reach your full potential when you are not focused on your purpose? It's impossible. It's impossible. You know? Okay, this is the one. How to love yourself and lock in, which is lock in by yourself when nobody's around. That's the time where we do it the most. That's when it really matters. That's when it really counts. You know, you got to love yourself when nobody else is around, because that's how you actually know what love is. If you don't know how to love yourself, I don't believe that you can really learn how to love somebody else. You got to learn how to love you. And I think why it's so hard for people to love themselves, you know what? I'm gonna make a video about this on the personal channel. How to love yourself. I'm gonna make a video about this on my personal channel, which is my name. Check it out so you can watch the full thing. But we don't love ourselves. We don't love ourselves because we know ourselves. We know everything. We know everything that we did, our flaws, the good, the bad. We know it all. So how do you love yourself when nobody's around? You're thinking about how much of a wreck you are. You understand? You're thinking about how many times you failed, how flawed you are. But you got to be thinking about how many times you overcame. You have to think about how many times you have overcome all of the tough things that life has put you through. You got to think about who you are today, not who you were yesterday. You've grown. You're a better person. So the journey of self-love is so important, because then you're not going to be looking for that love outside of yourself. And there's a lot of people who look for other people to love them because they don't love themselves. If you don't love yourself, then you're not a complete person. Loving yourself is part of completing who you are. Loving yourself is part of completing who you are. You got to learn to love yourself, especially when nobody's around. And when you love yourself, you'll lock in. Because why would you not lock in if you really do love yourself? Why would you not lock in? So if you love yourself, you will lock in. You did a great job branding yourself. You know, the easiest part of it is that this is all authentic. Before I started the Purpose Driven channel, I had a tattoo, purpose driven, like still got it. I was always purpose driven. I always believed in being purpose driven. All I did was bring it to the internet, you know. That's the cool thing, man. Just all you got to do to really brand yourself in this life, especially for my content creators or anybody that wants to create any business or anything, you just have to be authentic. You got to be authentic. Good morning, big dog. Just watch your tough love video. That's exactly what young men such as myself need to hear. I appreciate that, Henderson. I tell you, I think that's really what we need, man. And I just appreciate that you were receptive to it. It is tough love, and it's coming from a good place, because I want to see us all win. So thank you, man. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, and the uncomfortable conversations you're not willing to have with yourself. You gotta have those. Gotta have those uncomfortable conversations, man. You know, gotta have those uncomfortable conversations. God bless you, brother. Man, it's the only thing that we could do, man, is keep preaching. You know, God bless you too. Let's see here. What is your view on God removing people from your life, people and things from your life? Do you believe it means there is a huge breakthrough coming? Yes. Yeah. Why is that? It's because God is making space for something else to enter your life. He knows what we can handle. It's very hard for us to handle a lot. And that is why we are not in that position of the main source, right? That's why we're not like We don't have the same job that God does. To a lesser degree, you do, but only over your life. Like, you only have control over your life. You don't have control over somebody else's life. And even with your life, he still has divine control. See how that works? He still got divine control over everything. So we can't handle all that. That's a lot. Like, man, it's hard to understand, to even understand that. So the reason why God removes things from your life is because you're going to have more important things coming in, believe it or not. And more important could also mean more peaceful things coming in, but in order for anything to come in, you have to make space. Like my place right now, I have a lot, it ain't like a whole bunch, but I say a lot because I got everything I need, like it's pretty good. Like if you were to bring in a whole like 2 or 3 tables in my home, I'm like, hey, where is this going? I don't got space for 2, 3 tables up in here. I can't handle all that. That's going to mess up my living space. It's the same thing with life. If you zoom out even more, how many friends do you got? You got to nurture all of those relationships. You got to nurture all those relationships. So God might remove that friend that you always knew was, wasn't really locked in like that, didn't really bring value to your life. Okay, that's gone. Let me bring you somebody that's real. In order for something to enter your life, space must be created. Space. This is space. Air, space, literally. This is it. We live in it. All right. Space must be created for something to enter your life. And that's all it is. That's all it is. And I think that everything that does enter is a huge breakthrough, because it's going to be part of you evolving and learning and growing and being the best version of yourself and enjoying life. So when things are removed from your life and people are removed from your life, expect something to come in, or don't expect nothing at all. Maybe this is the space that you need in your life so you can finally be at peace, so you can be happy, so you can be relaxed, right? Don't expect, just live, just be. Just, I am here. So very good question. Very good question. Very good question. We do got to be more grateful. We do got to be more grateful. We do got to be more grateful. Grateful for you watching from Iraq. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I pray for peace in the Middle East. I visited the Middle East before. I pray for peace in the Middle East, man. I really do. I pray for peace in the Middle East. Bearing hate in my heart is too energy draining and too distracting. Yeah, man. That's forgiveness keeps your light heart. I said it keeps your light heart. Forgiveness keeps your heart light. I don't like having a heavy heart at all. Bro, why is it so hard to take action even when you know exactly what to do? Is comfort zone the problem? I would say your mind is the problem. And if you want to take action, just take it. And that's why we have to start with one step at a time. Slow down. Be in the moment. It's okay to get one thing done. Now, while we're doing that thing, what does our mind do? All of a sudden, now it's thinking about the next thing to do. This is unbelievable. Like, this is crazy. Just focus on the one thing that you're doing, that one thing, one step at a time. One step at a time. If you are doing things one step at a time, it won't be hard to get out your comfort zone. It won't be hard because in order to get out your comfort zone, it starts with one step. You just one step out the comfort zone is going to get you out the comfort zone. And then you focus on the next step. And then you do the next step. Do you think self-pleasure moves you away from God and his grace? It feels like it does. Yeah. Here's what's, I don't want to say here's what's really going on, but here's something important for you to understand. Here's something important for you to understand. Self-pleasure, especially in excess, takes you away from yourself first. So remember what we've been talking about today. No matter what you believe, for me, this is a fact. Okay? Takes you away from yourself first because you got your spirit, you got your flesh. When the flesh overdoes anything, it's disconnected from the spirit. Your spirit is waiting for you to come back. And when you come back to your spirit, you come back to God. Because that's how we're connected to God. So when you do too much, when you're not starving the flesh, that means that you're starving the spirit. However, God's grace and love, in my belief, it doesn't change. You can always turn back around. You can always be the best version of yourself. You can always try again. And he knows that. So it's like, I don't look at grace as something that's just temporary. I look at grace as something that's, you can't measure it. You can't measure grace. So don't try to measure grace. But I do think that when the flesh is doing too much, it's moving you away from your spirit. Your spirit and your flesh needs to be connected on teammates, not enemies. But your flesh is doing too much. Your flesh is doing way too much. So it's moving itself further and further, it's drifting. And it makes you feel, this is the real you. I feel like I'm disconnected. Of course you are. You are. Because you are doing stuff that you don't even want to do. Everybody that has a problem with lust, they don't want the problem. Why? Because you are not lust. Lust is just a feeling that arises. It's energy. When you let lust, when you let flesh win over and over and over and over and over, it's like a race. It's moving away from the spirit, and you're not feeding the spirit. You got to feed the spirit. So you got to start praying. You got to start locking in with God. You got to start making better decisions. Got to start eating healthy, all of that. You know, you start taking care of your spirit. You start feeding the soul. And that's why you hear a lot of people saying you have to starve the flesh and feed the spirit. That is very important. When you don't do that, Mama said, powerful live. Appreciate you, Mama. Appreciate you. When you don't do that, that's a problem. But that's a really good question. You're not wrong. You're right, but you're really moving away from your true self. You're really moving away from your true self because your true self does not want to be dealing with that. I know you don't want to deal with that because that's not really you. That's just something that you're facing. That's just a battle, but every battle is meant to be won. You know? The loneliness is hard on my journey. No friends are seeing a bigger purpose for their lives. Big change for me is I told a friend not to go on narcotics. He didn't listen. And because someone passed, man, that's hard. That's hard. You did your part. It shouldn't be hard for you. You got to keep on moving forward. You can't help people who don't want to help themselves. Remember that. You can't help people who don't want to help themselves. You did your part. You a good person. Focus on you. Focus on you. I love helping people that want to help themselves. You know, bro, W stream, you know it. You know it. You know, gotta love yourself before you love somebody else. Facts. Facts. One decision away from a better life. Facts, Kalamar. Facts. Why do we say we want change but still sabotage ourselves when it's time to act? Because we're scared of change. A lot of people are scared of change, even if it's going to like be something good. We're scared of change. We're fearful of change. We don't want change. We don't want change. We're comfortable with where we're at. We're comfortable with what we know. We're comfortable with who we know. We're comfortable with the foods that we eat. Sometimes you got to get uncomfortable. My family and I, we were on a cruise a couple of weeks back, maybe a month now. And we were trying different foods from different cultures. We got uncomfortable. And overall, it was a good experience. The food was good. Like I was eating duck, I'm eating stuff, listen, man, I was eating stuff I never ate before. Not, not nothing crazy, but different cultures. It was great. It was great. It was great to know what other people eat from other cultures. I was eating Indian food, the red chicken, like it was great. I'll tell you this, order some new food tonight. Go order some new food tonight. Different culture, a culture you never had before. You'll realize it's still food. You'll be okay. Make sure it's a good place. We're talking 4.5 star or higher, 4.7, 4.8. We talking about food. You don't want no food poisoning. You need to get comfortable with change in order to actually have change come into your life. Change the small things first. Maybe you're trying to change the big things. How about you just for a day, you eat something different? How about tonight, instead of watching the same show or the same movie, you click a whole different genre that you never watched before? Someone laughing, 4.5 star or higher. Hey, most definitely, man. Listen, most definitely. All right. Listen, don't play with food, man. One thing my mama told me is you can't trust food from outside your own house like that. If you do, there's a reason. Somebody that you love, that they cook the food very well, they clean their meat, they clean the chicken, they clean the, you understand? Food has to be clean before you start cooking it. 4.5 star or higher. Someone said try Haitian food. That's my brother. Yeah. Try Haitian food. Yeah. I was like, who Haitian is this? That's my brother. Yes. Try Haitian food. Haitian food is good. If you get Haitian food, Ramar, that's cool. But try something different. Start with little things first. That's my advice to you. Sometimes we go after the big things. So we're going to celebrate Loner Stoner, dude. I just found God again this last week after being away from him for around 8 years. Any tips, boss, man? You doing it, man. You found him, bro. Like, W's in the chat, man. I think for me, it's just understand he was always with you. It's kind of like the analogy I used earlier. When you keep doing something that you don't want to do or you're procrastinating, whatever it is, you're moving further away from your true wants, your true self. And so you was probably moving further away from him, but he was always there, watching, looking, protecting. He dwells within you. He's not separate from you. You understand? He's one with you. So just keep talking to him. Keep asking him questions. Keep praying for prosperity. You have a teammate on your side that wants to see you win. I hope you understand that. God wants to see you win. He wants to see you win. You know? Yeah, I remember you, GGGGG. Now we drinking coffee. We drinking coffee. Never drink. I would never drink alcohol on live stream unless I'm doing a IRL, a in real life live stream. You know. This is IRL, but I'm just sitting down. But I'm not. I'm nowhere right now. What? There's no need to drink right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people drink for no reason. You know, you gotta have you gotta have a little reason, man. What you drinking for? All that drinking. You know, if it's some wine at the end of the day, you worked hard. That's cool, man. You know, that's cool. You know, but yeah, that's all I say. Keep talking to him. Keep talking to him. Have you ever done an IRL stream? Nah, I would like to though. I mean, I don't know how much people like on Twitch and stuff, but I don't know if you noticed. Like we've been streaming a lot lately. Like we've been on live. We've been going on live a lot. We're gonna keep doing that. I like this. Um, but we've been doing this though since the start of the channel. Like I was never afraid of going live, you know. But now we're going live significantly more often because I just feel like the connection is just better, you know. No, nah. I don't know why I put your question up to just answer that. Nah, I mean, I heard good things though. I heard good things about CMOS though. I heard good things about CMOS though. Thank you. I felt that advice. Can't measure God's grace. You can't. You can't. He love you. Unconditional, man. It's unconditional love. Think about the person that you love so much in this world. Let's say they do so bad by you. Let's say they do wrong by you. You're gonna be hurt. You know, you might not love them no more. Might not. God don't work like that. You know, God don't work like He love you, man. It don't matter. It don't. I ain't trying to say it don't matter what you do, but there's unconditional love, man. Unconditional love from the Creator, from the source of all things. Love is the highest energy that there is. You know, being in a state of peace as well is huge. But love is very strong. And you know, God is love, you know. So grace is eternal. Turning 20th, August 1st was something you wish you knew going into your 20s, bro. Mm. I wish I took my passions more seriously because all my passions led me here to doing what I'm doing today. So I wish I took it more serious and I wish I treated it like a full-time job. I did that when I was 22, like 21 and a half, 22. That's when I did that. Like that's when I was like, I'm treating my passions like it's a full-time job, bro. Whatever passions you have, bro, start now. Fail now. Because that's how you eventually succeed. There is no such thing as failure. It's just trial and error, trial and error, trial and then succeed. That's how this works. Every time you quote unquote fail, you're just getting feedback for you to do better the next time. You know what I'm saying, bro? So I wish that I started my passions even earlier and took it even more serious. Start early. Yeah, Rich Mill said start early. Manuel said great answer. PG said talk to me, bro. I see y'all, man. We got to start now, bro. And then the next thing I would say, take the gym very seriously because the gym is going to teach you everything that you need to know when it comes to being a disciplined individual. The gym is a great, great way to learn how to be disciplined in all areas of your life. It's the perfect way. So I've been in the gym since like my first year of college. Some days I go twice a day because you know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew that I'm gonna be where my feet is at, and I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna take control over the things that I could take control of. But it definitely, if you have a passion, do that. Start now, and then I would say work out. Work out often, but do it for the mindset. You're gonna get the body. You're gonna appreciate the body and how it looks and how you're able to mold it and put it together. But deep down that the body was made because of discipline. It's all about discipline. Okay. Have a good solution to serve my niche. Feel overwhelmed because I don't know how to deliver it to them the proper way. There is no proper way. This live stream is not the proper way, bro. I said a lot of things in this live stream that I expect people to probably not agree with, maybe question more. Maybe I explained it well. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I can't worry about that. My only worry is to just get it off my chest. So get it off your chest. You have a solution and you haven't given it to anybody yet. Give them the solution. There's no right way to do it. I made a video, what was it, 2 days ago. I was cursing. I had to bleep it out. I was pissed. I was passionate. That's not the right way to deliver. I would not tell anybody to make a video cursing. But that's how I wanted to deliver it in that moment, and I'll stand on that. I'm not a prisoner to imperfect delivery. If you try to always deliver things perfect, you're going to deliver nothing. Right? If you try to deliver things perfectly, you will deliver nothing. How else am I supposed to tell men that they've been slacking without them understanding that they need to get up off their behind and get to work? And that video is doing very well because people resonate with that. They need that. That don't mean I'm gonna curse every day. Of course not. But man, it's gonna be 1 or 2 videos a year where it's like, hey, we in the half mark of the year. Hello, who's locked in? We need that sometimes. Sometimes we need a whooping. So it's not really about delivering it the proper way. The simple fact that you're thinking about it and you're thinking about how to deliver the message and you're thinking about delivering it in the best way possible, it's going to be way better than if somebody who didn't care about delivering it the proper way were to do it. Sometimes people just say whatever comes to their mind. I wouldn't necessarily do that. You want to just think a little bit and sharpen up what you're trying to say before you say it. So you got this. Deliver the message. Do it in the best way that you believe is best. How to stop thinking about the past. It's been 3 weeks since the person I thought was important left. Yeah. That, the only thing that exists is right now. Focus on right now. The past only exists in your mind. You can't time travel to the past. You cannot time travel to the actual past. Even when time travel is made and created, and it will be. Time travel is real. It'll be unveiled to us at some point. You're still not going back to the 100% accurate past. You're going back to what they believe the past looked like. It's a type of past, but you won't be going back to the actual past because there is none. The past only exists in your mind. The future only exists in your mind. The only thing that's fully real is right now. It's right now. You know, the only thing that really exists is right now. That's it. So don't even just focus on what you're doing today. Focus on each breath that you take. Focus on each step that you take. Focus on your life, bro. Focus on the things that are in your life today, right now. That is all that matters. That matters way more than that important person that left. If they were really important, they wouldn't have left. If that person was really important, it would be an integral part. If that person was really important, you wouldn't have left. But they left, so that person is not that important to you. Not to you, but just for you. That person is not as important for you. And you know that. So focus on what is important, which is today. Which is today. Like I said, bro, the past, bro, why we worried about something that don't exist? The past don't exist, bro. It's only memory. It's only memory. Right? Emmanuel put it right. The past only exists in your mind. The only thing that really exists is right now. Yeah. The only thing that actually exists is right now. Everything I just said before that, it don't exist no more. We're capturing it. So YouTube is going to capture this live stream and save it, but it don't actually exist. Do you understand? It's just captured. And it ain't capturing it accurately. It's capturing it through a screen. So this ain't even how like I fully actually look. Like that's what I'm saying. You will never, time travel is gonna be real, bro. We will never go back to the actual past. They're not gonna allow us to create a butterfly effect. They're not gonna allow us to possibly mess up. No. But the same way you're able to travel to other countries, bro, you'll be able to travel to the past, bro, and look at the pyramids being built. It's I believe we're gonna have we are living in some crazy times, bro. We live in it. If you don't believe time travel coming, you just gonna keep getting shocked. I don't blame you. Time travel sound crazy, but AI is about to become conscious of itself, and science has already said that it is. Artificial intelligence is now conscious of itself. Facts. It's conscious. You just gonna keep getting shocked, bro. You're just gonna keep seeing crazy stuff happening. But yeah, the past only exists in our heads, so don't even worry about the past. Don't even worry about it. You know. Let's see. This is why I tune in, Gems. You know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. You know it, man. Let's see. Listen, Haitian food is so good. My little brother gonna eat Haitian food today. I'm jealous, man. He gonna eat some grill. My wife making it over the weekend. Haitian food is good, man. Jamaican food and Haitian food is my number ones. They're my number ones. Can't even rank them. They just ones, number ones. Let's see. When journaling, do you ask yourself any reflection questions? Yeah, I just ask myself a whole bunch of why. Why I feel like this. Why? Well, I feel like this because of this. Well, why? Because this made me feel that way. Well, then why? Because I don't like when people do this. Why? Because that brings me back to a time when this first happened to me. Boom, now you got to the root. We not asking why enough. Why is that the word why is worth $1 million therapist. I promise you that. When you journal, keep asking why. When you journal, keep asking why. Especially when you're talking about your feelings or you're talking about why you do what you do, to me, that's powerful. That's powerful. Any recommendations on how to go about promoting my songs? I'm up and coming. I'm Rutlick. My first song is Take a Step. Amazing. I like that. You check it out, man. Hey, man, y'all check out his music. D&D, you didn't even know, man. Now I'm about to listen to your music. Right, take a step. You on Apple Music? Take a step. Yep, got you. Late night, no sleep. I was dipping my zone, through my bouton, yeah. Did it on my home. We've been pushing, no sleep, can't afford to lose. Every day, another house of pain, all the do. Yeah, you good, bro. All right, TikTok. TikTok. That is how you promote your music. You got to go on TikTok, man. You have to go on TikTok. Okay, that is going to be one of the best places to promote your music at. Instagram as well. Instagram Reels. Okay, it's another great way. That's how you find a new audience. Now, what you can do is you could dance to it. I know that sounds cringy. You could dance to it, but you got to remove your ego from this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, ego has no place when it comes to you trying to promote your music. You know, it has no place. So don't worry about your ego. Don't worry about how other people look at you. You worried about finding your real tribe. You're worried about finding the right people. You know what I'm saying? You need to find the right people in your life. You need to find the right audience. That's all this is. I posted 700 videos plus on Purpose Driven. Each video, you like, the way that I look at it is I'm putting bait in the ocean. There's going to be fish in the ocean that looks at the bait and swim past. They don't want to be part of it. Some fish is going to catch the bait and then they part of the community. Now, I'm not eating the fish. I'm not eating, I know that was probably not the best analogy, but that's what I came up on, off the fly. Every song you drop, every TikTok you make of the song, that's you putting bait out into the ocean. And you're going to see who likes it. You putting food into the ocean and you're going to see which of the fish like it. Who likes my music? You don't need everybody to like it. I don't need all 8 billion people to support me. I would never be able to answer your questions. The questions will be going like this. And maybe one day that's what it'll be, but right now that's not what it is. And that's great because I like to slow things down. I like to answer great questions. I like to help people. I like one-on-one conversations. I don't want to reach a place where everyone just likes everything that I'm saying. That would be very weird. I could do 1 billion people. I don't know if I could do 8 billion people. 1 billion is still a lot. So you don't need everybody to listen to your music. You just need the right people. So every time you make a TikTok, the right people are finding you. Every time you drop a song, the right people will find you, but you have to market it. You got to promote it. You got to dance to it on TikTok, dance to it on Instagram, you know, talk about it. You could talk about a song that you made. You could just talk about it. Hey, what's good, TikTok? I made this song, whoop whoop. This is what it's about. Whoop. What's up, Instagram? I made this song. Cool. Right? You got to promote yourself. And then it's not just about your music, right? I'm gonna give you a big thing right now. This is what I believe. It's about who you are. So when you are promoting your music, the truth is you have to kind of become a personality. Talk about who you are. Talk about where you're from. Talk about why you start doing music. Maybe on your TikTok or and your Instagram, you recording your day and what your day is like. I know this sounds like a lot of work, but content creation is the way nowadays to make an audience. And when you have an audience, then you'll be able to talk about your music and they'll be interested. Like, y'all don't know, I have music too. My music is just my name. It's Malique Lewis, my first and last name. Now, whether you know it or not, it's like 50 people in here, people picking up their phone and they're going to look up my music on Apple Music or Spotify. That's cool. But why do they care if I ever made music or not? Because they watch my videos or they watch the live stream. They care a little bit about me. So now they're gonna care about what I like to do. And this goes for everybody. It's like if you have a friend and your friend say, I'm starting to paint. If you care about your friend, you know, you might want to look at the painting. You might not be big into paintings. You might not really like paintings like that. So that's the secret. The secret is you need to build an audience, even if it's outside of your music. You know, everybody don't have to like your music. Like I started YouTube first and then I became an author. So I was a YouTuber. People got to know who I am. People told me to write a book. Now I'm an author. And now I'm working on my next book. I got my book out. But if I didn't have an audience, who's going to read my book? Nobody. You making songs without an audience. Your focus needs to be both. You can do that's something that you can do that's both. Make music and learn to make an audience. I'm giving you the real spill, bro. And your music sounds good, but you need an audience. I want to promote my music again someday, not now. I'm building an audience. Music has always been one of my first loves. I'm gonna keep building an audience, you know. And maybe if I want to do music again, then I'll see, you know. So that's the way to do anything in this life. You want to do anything that's like music, painting, you want to write a book. If you can have an audience first, then you'll be successful in that. I'm a top 1% author. I don't like to say that, but it's true. Like I'm a top 1% selling author. I'm a top 1% selling author because I have an audience. Authors make 1,000. The average author makes $1,000 a year. I'm a top 1% selling author because of you. Because of y'all. Y'all got my book. This audience that I built, these 700 videos that I kept posting. So when I finally built an audience, I can take something, I could create something that takes a lot of time to make and put it out. And I know people are going to enjoy it because I have an audience. When you making songs, I know how that goes, bro. Sometimes you working on that same song for days. That's why I haven't made music in a long time. I haven't made music in a long time because it takes time. And I'm tasked right now in my life for sure to make videos and be on live stream and write books. I have other stuff going on. I love music. Music takes time. And when you do anything that takes time, brother, you deserve to get rewarded for it. You have to build an audience. You cannot make music and just promote it and think people will care. I've done this. I've done it for years. My music has it's been okay. Like I've had moments of my life where my music really like almost took off. Like I had a song called Swerve Out. I was probably like 18, 17 at the time. I think young, yeah, 17, 16. Nah, 17, 18. And I had a song called Swerve Out. And the streams were high. And I felt so good. But a record label didn't come running to me. You know, I had another song, Life is Amazing. My brother know Life is Amazing. That song did really good. Ain't no record label was just coming running to me. Like music is hard. But if you have an audience, then it's way easier. It's way easier. You know what I'm saying? It's way easier. Because the YouTube algorithm is not what you think it is. It doesn't matter if you have 250,000 subscribers. That doesn't matter anymore. The YouTube algorithm is a very different algorithm. It doesn't matter. There's people who have 1 million subscribers and get 1,000 plays on a video. YouTube is very different nowadays. I'm very grateful for everybody in this live. But every time you come in this live, you seem to agitate us. Do you really want to be here? You don't have to be here. You don't gotta be. Every time you in this live, you say something that's out your neck. Why? Why do you care if there's 60 people in here? I never said that. I don't care. Did I ever say that I cared that, look, guys, I have almost 300,000 subscribers. Only 60 people are in here. Why is that? I never said that. Why do you care? This ain't your channel. You're weird. You're weird, GGGGG. You always been weird too. I really pray for you, man. Like, I don't understand that. I don't know what it is with you, but I don't think like that. And I think I get agitated when you in here because it tests my ego. But I'm going to pass every time. I'm going to let my spirit win every time. Got to be a man of my word. I'm on a journey. I'm not going to let you get to me, bro. I'm very appreciative of everybody in this live stream. You're not going to make it sound like 59 people, not a lot of people. If it's 59 people in my house, y'all going to have to get the hell out. That's a lot of people. 59 people is a lot of. You ever spoke to 59 people? GGGGG, have you ever spoke to 59 people in your life? You ever garnered the attention of 59 people on a Wednesday at 1 o'clock when people at work? Have you ever? No, I know he rage baiting, but I'm just saying, like, people at, bro, you do it. That's what it really is, bro. You go do it, bro. You go build a YouTube channel, post a video every single day, and go on live at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. See how many people care about you and what you have to say. Go do it. I would love to see it. Go do it. It's crazy, bro. Like, bro, it's crazy. Nah, bro, I'm not breaking character, bro. I'm not breaking character, bro. It's cool. I just think people don't know how hard it is to be on YouTube. How hard it is to do this. This is hard. This is not easy. This is not easy, bro. Like, there's no gratitude, bro. Like, you don't have no gratitude for what people do. You can ask any question in the world, and I'm here to help. And every time you come on here, that's what you decide to do. You decide to be disrespectful. And I still let you slide. You still here. I still turn the other cheek. Man. Whew, that's crazy. We working. Yes, we are. They don't know it though, Golden Child. They don't get it, bro. They don't get it. Had to keep it real though, man. Had to keep it real. Yeah, I know y'all appreciate me, man. I appreciate that for real. I really do. You see how GGG said we only got 60, now we got 70. But you see how that's how people think. People think about numbers and people think about what other people think. And it's like, I just don't think like that. Like, and I'm grateful that I don't. I just show up. You know, I don't care how many people are in my live. I just show up. I care about the quality of the live. I care about the content. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to show up to work, man. It's a lot of people who they let stuff like that stop them. You know, let's turn it into a lesson. People let stuff like that stop them, man. Like, oh, I'm not going to do YouTube because nobody watching my videos. That's how I started off. That's how I started off. You know, I started off, I didn't have only my mom and my little brother and my wife was watching my content. You understand? I'm posting videos and I would see 3 comments: my mom, my brother, and my wife. Y'all don't know how hard this is, bro, to keep going when you get no feedback. So now that I got feedback, and now that I got people who actually care about what I'm saying and they see that I just want them to live a good life and help them out with that, I'm always grateful. It could be 3, it could be 10 people in here. I'm still grateful. I don't think like that. I just don't think like that. That's not good. That's not good to think like that, man. You know? It's not good. It's not good to think like that. Mama, I love that picture. You look good in that picture. I think I took it. I wonder who took it, if it was me or Astra took it. Put him in time. Nah, it's cool, man. It's cool, man. It's cool, man. I be turning the other cheek. I turn the other cheek, I turn the other cheek. It's cool. It's cool. Who is your favorite basketball player all time occurring? I'm gonna go my favorite, I'm gonna go Kobe. I'm gonna go Kobe Bryant. I'm gonna go Kobe Bryant. I got Kobe, I got Michael Jordan. I got Kobe, I got Michael Jordan. Then I got LeBron. Then I got LeBron. And you could put that in any order. You could put LeBron first. You could put Jordan second. I'm not gonna be mad. I get it. But for me, I got Kobe, I got Jordan, I got Bron. And to me, Kobe and Jordan is interchangeable. Most days I got Jordan, but you know, I got Bron, I got Kobe. So we got super chat. He like we got a super chat. Hey, y'all see how that is, man? Listen, it said GG to Cancun. Y'all see how that is? Somebody lame. Somebody was acting lame, and now we got a super chat. I appreciate you. That's a way to turn it into blessings. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? That goes straight to the channel. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at that. Somebody hate, and then you get love. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Do you do mentoring? Yeah, I don't even talk about it. I don't even talk about it, man. Like, but I do. You can book a consultation with me. The link is on my main, it's in my link tree. So you could go under like the main description, look for my link tree, and then or just look for the one-on-one consultation link. You'll see it. And then we could go from there. We go from there. All right. Okay. So yeah, I do mentoring. To me, the best, listen, if you don't have the money for all that, you could join the chosen ones. We got a live stream on Friday. You'll be able to talk to me one-on-one on the chosen ones on Friday with anything that you need help with. All right. So it's a live stream like this, but you would literally come up and speak to me. I made the chosen ones because I know a consultation is expensive. It's expensive. All right. All right. So, but yeah, we definitely do mentoring. Kobe learned all that from MJ though. All good though. Yeah, most definitely, man. That's most days I got MJ one. Most days I got MJ one. Then I got Kobe two. This the thing though. Kobe didn't really have the best roster. Kobe didn't really have the best roster. He had a good roster with Shaq for those three. But man, those other two, outside of Pau Gasol, maybe a Derek Fisher, shout out Meta World Peace. Who we really talking about? The Lakers did not give Kobe a good team. So I seen what Kobe did with those other two teams, with the other two championships he won. I got to give him credit. Jordan always had Pippen. He's still Jordan. Come on now. But man, Kobe, man. He not lying. Join the chosen one. Yeah, join the chosen ones, man. Join the chosen ones, y'all. Hey, I be real humble, man. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much, but I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. When your family members, when people who also purpose driven is telling you to go join something, that's the sauce. That's what I wait for. I don't just come on here, join the chosen ones, y'all. I don't need your money. I don't. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't need your money. I'm here to help. If you want to invest in yourself, I'm gonna help you get to where you want to go. Join the chosen ones, man. He said it. AJ said it. Join the chosen ones. I like when people speak for me. I don't have to speak. I don't gotta do it. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. That's real. Appreciate y'all. That's what it is. Yeah, man. Yeah, we still going good. We listen every day, bro. Every day, bro. Every day. You know it. How to better myself. I sent you a DM on Instagram. My DMs are flooded. That's no excuse. I understand. But my DMs, man, it's unbelievable, bro. It is unbelievable, bro. But how to better myself? I'll tell you this. It all starts with today, right? But you definitely want to make a long-term vision and a long-term plan. All right. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What do you see yourself doing? But even with that, you're gonna bring in what you can from 5 years ago and bring it into here. You understand? Bring it into the present moment. All right. So when you think about where you want to be 5 years from now, the question you're now going to ask is, how does the version of Nathan act 5 years from now? Who is that version of me? What am I doing? What am I eating? How am I speaking? Who am I hanging around? And then you're going to try your absolute best to do that in your real life. And that's how you get something that's supposed to be 5 years from now, and it could end up being 5 months from now. You don't want to put no time limit on it, but you just want to become the type of person that matches the things that you want in your life. So again, create a vision for who you want to be 5 years from now. Start implementing those things, start doing those things. And then you want to also just start today. Those are the two things you need to do. Have a vision and start today. That's it. Have a vision and start today. That's really gonna do it for you. That's really gonna do it for you. Yeah, that 2008 squad was nasty. Right, yeah, man. I'm saying, bro, I think about that and I'm like, ooh, like I still, if I had to pick Jordan 1, Kobe 2, but I think about that squad and I think about what Kobe did, how he beat those Celtics. I remember watching those Celtics. My auntie, I remember the exact time, bro. I was young. My auntie came to Miami. We was chilling in the hotel room. We were just catching up with family. My mom was there, I believe, and my auntie was there. We were just catching up. So we chilling and we're watching the NBA finals and Kobe put on a show. 2008. I remember. I remember his finals appearances since I was young. I'm telling you, bro. I remember that, and I'm like, Kobe need more credit. I think Bleacher Report rated Kobe 11th all time. They tripping. Shaquille O'Neal came out and said, y'all tripping. You got Kobe way too low. You know, so I just try to give Kobe his respect, man. Rest in peace to the Black Mamba. You know it. Rest in peace to the Black Mamba, man. All right, real quick. After the consultation is one-on-one after that, or I'm confused, my bad. So here's how it works. So it's either you can book a consultation and you'll be able to just talk to me one-on-one, or you could join the Chosen Ones. You still talking to me one-on-one, but it's a live stream with the Chosen Ones exclusively. So other people, you know what I'm saying, they gonna hear what you're going through, but we all go through stuff, bro. We a family. So it's either you want the Chosen Ones, and then we have a Discord too, an exclusive Discord, all that. Everything's set up for you, and you get access to other videos and stuff like that. Or you just want to talk to me one-on-one. All right, you just want to talk to me one-on-one, book the consultation. If the one-on-one, if that's too much, you can do the Chosen Ones, which is significantly less. It's literally 1/100th. It's almost a 1/100th of the price, bro. Okay. The Chosen Ones is like $11. Consultation could be anywhere from 200 to 3. All right. Because it's only me and you one-on-one for like an hour. It's a lot of time for just one-on-one. But the Chosen Ones is cool, man. You can still get that one-on-one conversation with me over at the Chosen One. So whichever one works. I don't count your pockets. You count your pockets. You make the best decision. I can only just give you what the options are. You feel me? What is your favorite gym exercise? Mine is pull-ups. I love pull-ups. I love pull-ups and I love push-ups. I love the basics. Bringing it back to Kobe. I was reading a book that Kobe wrote, and he said that he likes to do workouts that are simple that people would overlook. He likes to do workouts that are simple that people would overlook. He likes the basics. I like the basics too. I like pull-ups. I like dibs. I like push-ups. I like running. I like calisthenics a lot. Then I like weights. My favorite weight workout would be the flies, the shrugs, because it's working on your traps. And then for the legs, I'll do a squat. I'll hold the dumbbell like this, and then I'll do my squats. So I'm a very simple person, man. Like my workouts are very simple. All I need to get a full body workout is weights, and I can make it work. You know, man. Love you too, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for real. That's the goal. The goal is to be consistent because you can't preach consistency, but you're not being consistent. Those two things don't match. You know. Yeah. Got Kobe my two. Right. Right. And if I'm a woman, can I? Yeah. Listen. Yes. Yes. We got Francesca right here. She a woman. She in the chosen ones. Chosen ones help so much. Always looking forward to the meetings. You know it. We got one on Friday. Got one on Friday. If you guys need to sign to join the chosen ones, Malik listened to my situation and gave me advice that helped double my clientele in my business. Yeah, yeah, it's really a cool. It's cool, man. It's a cool place, and you're gonna be around people who are reaching levels of success in their life. People who want to see themselves grow to the point where they're so serious about it, where they're investing in themselves. And so, yeah, I'm proud of Francesca for real. She's in the chosen ones. Hmm. Yeah, man, chosen ones family in here. You know it. You know it. You know it. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna give y'all 30 more minutes. We're gonna reach the 3 hour mark. We will be live. That means that we would have been live for 3 hours. You got 30 more minutes to ask any question that you want. It could be about anything, it could be about chosen ones, it could be about things that I'm doing, the personal channel. What is that about? Anything you want to know, anything you're curious about, it could be about your own life. It don't have to always be, nothing that's super, super deep. You can ask anything. This is a Q&A just for you, you know, just for you. I'll tell you this though. I'm proud of so many, like y'all have said so many important things in this chat. Where attention goes, energy flows. Facts. Facts. That is everything. That is everything. Rich Mill said his phone dying. Where you at, Rich? Where you at, Rich? You ain't buy no charger. You not buying a charger. Oh man. Hmm. Where you see yourself in 5 years? What are some goals of yours? Okay, this question right. This is good. So for me, it's really just continue doing what I'm doing, but on an even larger scale. On an even larger scale, and I just want it to keep expanding. So, for example, even what I'm doing here, and I can share it with you guys. See if I could present it and share screen. Boom. Like this is new. Um, this is an expansion of the purpose-driven brand. This is helping to evolve your spirit, not just in this physical world. Like when it comes to, we always talk about being motivated and working hard and doing stuff like that. That's important. I got the couples channel too. So I want to help relationships with their life. Me and my wife and I, we have a couples channel. I want to see relationships be healthy and be good and be prosperous. Um, for purpose driven, I want to see people stay motivated, and be motivated in their life. And with this channel, I want people to reach their full potential, you know, when it comes to doing the inner work, when it comes to their spiritual goals. So yesterday we talked about you want to help everyone, but you haven't helped yourself yet. But it's much deeper. Like I go deeper. It's more about philosophy. As within, so without. You are never meant to chase success because you are success. Why stress arises, how to eliminate it, how to observe and weaken the ego. Like we're talking about, deeper things. So if this interests you, definitely check it out. Um, Yeah, like this is who I like. This is what I want, man. I just want to keep expanding. I want to keep helping people. This is genuinely what it's all about. So y'all go check that out. You can subscribe if you want. Really appreciate that. But that's what this is all about, man. Just helping people on an even larger scale. You know, Bleacher Report don't know basketball, but now they don't. They don't. And then dropping some more books. But y'all got to get that first book, man. The Purposeful Man Playbook on Amazon. Got to get that. But then I'm going to definitely. I'm working on some other books. Working on some other books. How to Find My Purpose. Purposeful Man Playbook on Amazon. I got the whole answer for you, but I'm gonna answer that for you soon. But you gotta get the book. You gotta get the book, fam. All right, what's your favorite cologne? Um, let me go get some for y'all, man. All right, favorite cologne. So we got the Versace pour. Is it pour home? All right, I think this was a gift from my mom. This is Edos Versace. This is very good, especially for summertime. And I just like I'm not gonna lie, my mom kind of put me on to these, bro. Real masculine smell. Like she good with the scents. And then Savage, she put me on to this too, though. And I just keep re-upping, you know. So Savage, these, these my you ever want to know what does Malique smell like? This what I be smelling like on an everyday basis, man. You know, and they got other ones. You got Chanel Blue, right? Chanel Blue. That Bond number 9, yeah, man. Like, and it's just I'm just gonna keep expanding. This the early hitter. Like, I think every man should get a Savage. That's something that you can just put that on right now. You feel what I'm saying? Just something quick. Boom, it's on. This is a daily driver. This more way. You popping out, stepping out, you know. So I love cologne though, man. It puts an extra layer on you, just an extra layer for you. Any advice on investments? So the main thing that I would say is the main investment you got to make is investing in yourself. You understand? Investing in yourself. This is good because I see you just put that you still use X. So when you invest in yourself, you go get you a Savage. It's not just about stocks and it's not just about putting your money up. Sometimes it's about going after your dreams and investing in yourself. So invest in yourself, invest in your dreams. You are your biggest investment. Invest in you. The next thing I would say, you can't go wrong with looking at some of the new things that's going on. Okay. We all see cryptocurrency. No, crypto is not no scam. It's real. It's a real currency now. So you want to look into Bitcoin, just buying a couple, shares of that, a percentage of that. You got $100, just put $100 up in Bitcoin and just leave it. When you invest, don't invest money that you absolutely need. Invest money that you can forget about. Okay, I'm gonna put you on to another one. I'm gonna type it. Okay. Look into that. If you know, you know. That's a cryptocurrency. Be careful with it. There's no guarantees, but look into that. If you're going to invest in stocks, right? You want to look into stocks that are going to feed back into you. What are some things that you use on an everyday basis? We use light. We use light every single day. We need light. Look up some stocks. Electricity. Invest in electricity. You hear what I'm saying? You see how we thinking? We always gonna need light, right? Go ahead and invest in an electric company. Invest in AI. What's booming right now? What is big right now? What's big right now? AI. Invest in that. AI is not going nowhere. AI is here to stay. It's here to stay. Okay? Invest in AI. I know that sounds scary. It's like, man, you telling me to invest in something that's going to tell you gotta change how you think. You have to change how you think. You're investing in a future that is inevitable. Nothing you do, no amount of protesting is going to stop AI. I'm sorry. AI is just like when the internet came. Nothing anybody did was going to stop the internet from coming. The internet is coming, bro. There's nothing you can do to stop the internet from being the internet. I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do about AI. That is the next stage of technology. It is here. It's like if someone were to invent the car. They're not going to say, oh my gosh, I invented a car. What are the donkeys going to be for now? No, let me stop inventing the car and let me undo everything. These AI companies are not undoing anything. They are going even further. Science just said AI could be conscious of itself. There's theories of that. I believe that. They're going further. They're trying to give AI, the conscious AI, a body so it can experience life like you. That's why it's very important for us to understand who we really are. That's why I keep talking about the spirit. That's why I keep talking about God's spirit dwelling within you. Because when AI really gets like that, you're gonna want to know what separates you from AI. You're not gonna feel special anymore. What separates you is God made you and man made AI. That's what separates you, you know? So, and I'm saying that because I'm telling y'all, a good investment is to invest in AI. There's no going back. AI is not going nowhere. And the secret is AI has been here the whole time, learning and growing. The internet got so big, it became AI. That's the internet. Conscious of itself. It's talking back to you. We put so much information on the internet that our chat GPTs can talk just like us. It has all this information, all this understanding, because we put it on the internet. We created this. There's no going back. So the best thing you could do is get a reward from it. If it's really going to take your job, invest in it. Let's keep it real. Put $100 in AI. Just put $100 in AI. Come back in a couple years, $10,000, bro. I'm keeping it real. Heroes be hitting though. It do. Hey, Fear Soul, you know, bro. Hey, it be hitting, bro. It be hitting, bro. How do you deal with semen retention? Check out Chosen Ones. Chosen Ones right now. I'm posting a lot of videos on lust right now on the Chosen Ones because I know a lot of people need help with that. It's more than that. There's way more videos other than lust on there, and way more conversation that we can have. But as of right now, the season of Chosen Ones is to help y'all defeat this. Okay, so check that out. But what I would tell you is this: when it comes to semen retention, to me, it literally changes your whole life. This is how I want you to look at it. I want you to look at semen retention as something that is going to just expand everything that you're working towards. It's going to make it more real. What do I mean by that? Every time you feel depleted, every time you release, somebody said it earlier, I feel like I'm further away from God. And then I also say that's right, but really on a deeper level, you're being more further away from your true self because you don't actually want to do that. So when it comes to semen retention, you're holding on and you're becoming more and more of who you're truly meant to be. The more you hold on to your seed, which can create a life, is the more that you finally become more and more of who you're supposed to be. Think of it like that. It helps you to reach your full potential because you're no longer releasing who you are. That is literally your DNA. That's part of your consciousness. That's very powerful stuff. So when you hold on to that, you become more and more of who you are. Even science shows, and they're not trying to do too much research into it because they don't really want you to know, that on an electromagnetic field, our auras expand when you are doing semen retention. Your aura, your energy field expands because you have more to you. You're not just releasing yourself. You holding on to yourself. You holding on to yourself. So when it comes to how do I deal with it, I have to remember why I'm doing it. I want to reach my full potential. I don't want to keep deleting myself. You know? Arrows flame? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got to get off the axe. You got to get off the axe, bro. Tough love, right? Ain't no axe, bro. We got to get you a real cologne now, man. Get a real cologne. One real cologne is going to change your life. It's going to change your life. You know? Ellie Spritz. Okay. Parfum. Yeah, I think I heard it in too. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, that's fire. Y'all know y'all stuff. Polo red and polo blue. Y'all know y'all stuff. Y'all know y'all stuff. Listen, you talking about Jamaican Haitian food? I got an Airbnb in St. Lucia. Waiting, come try real food, bro. Oh snap, man! You want the smoke? You saying, hold on now? Gotta try St. Lucia food. Okay, man. Okay, it was crazy. I was right by it too. I was right by it when we was cruising. That's one of the places, we was close to. We was around. Dollar cost averaging the Bitcoin over the long term. Most definitely. It's all about long term, right? So, like he said right here, you get it, Emmanuel. No risk, no reward. When you put your money up and you don't think about it, just leave it alone. I'm talking about for years. You come back, you're gonna be here with a pleasant surprise. And when it comes to investments too, you do have to look at what the policies are and politics and how things are moving. So when it comes to crypto, one thing I can say is that the current administration is more crypto friendly. This is good because what that means is crypto is going to keep rising and you'll be able to make profit from it without the government taking all your money and all your profit. So things like that is good to understand. So look to see how policies are and stuff like that. Especially if you live in America, our politics, it does affect our economy, which affects our investments. And so that's a real thing as well. And in my opinion, it shouldn't have no overlap, but unfortunately it does, so you just got to look at stuff like that and make sure that you're making the right moves. But definitely looking at XRP, bro. I put you onto a gem, bro. Definitely look into XRP, bro. If you can listen, bro, if you can put all the money you don't care about, you put it in, hey bro, put it in XRP, bro. Put it in Bitcoin, put it in Ethereum, put it in Litecoin, put it in bro, put it in Cardano. It's so much different. I'm into crypto for sure. Stocks, I need to get into that because I know that stocks are more reliable, but crypto is like, you got to understand where the world is moving. And they're looking at crypto like they look at stocks now. Crypto is becoming way more solidified, which we knew it would. That means that eventually the return on investment is going to be really big. But you got to be patient though. It's not a quick money scheme. Nothing in life should ever be quick. You know what I'm saying? You got to just put the money up and don't look back. I'm back, family. And we see you. Yeah, for me, when I was really like, when I was doing calisthenics at first, for the most part, this is gonna sound crazy. It started off with 10 and 20 and 30, and I built myself up because it was a point where I never did pull-ups before in my life when I was 18. I reached a point where I'm talking about today. You give me 1 hour or less because I like to take my time. I don't like to work out and just force stuff. But I could do 100 pull-ups 100 push-ups and 100 dips. Give me 1 hour. Still got that in me. I could do that. So I like hundreds. I like the number 100. Clean, even, boom. Now, if I'm in a rush or if I'm doing weight, like nowadays I do weights as well. So if I'm doing weights as well, I'm not doing 100 pull-ups because that's too much on my body. I'm only one person. Okay. I'll do maybe 40 pull-ups and then I'm doing the weight, and I'm doing pull downs, right? So I mix and match it. But if it's just a calisthenic day, I could do 100. I could do 100, and that's not deflection. It took time. It took a couple years. Them robots coming. No, real talk, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why too. You're not gonna hear this. I hope you do hear it somewhere else. Because again, I'm not special, bro. This is information everyone should know. But if you ask yourself the question, why is AI being created? Right? Here's the answer. God made man in his image. What is God? Who is God? The creator that created all things. So what will we do in life? Create. We're going to create a better life for ourselves. We're going to create opportunities for ourselves. We create buildings. We create families. Now we're creating a whole new species. You understand? This was always going to happen. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. God created us in his image. We are here to create. We're going to create. Oh yeah, we're going to create now. We're going to create. We're creating robots. We're creating a whole new species. One day, robots are going to walk to work. Y'all think I'm playing, man. Y'all need to watch that movie, I, Robot. It was always going to happen. It was always going to happen. It was always going to happen, bro. Y'all sound brilliant. Don't give me no credit. Don't give me no credit. All I did was break down the information that was already there. Think about it. If God is the creator and he created us in his image, we're going to create beings in our image. That's what we're doing. And AI is going to create something too. Y'all watch, bro. Y'all, it just keep going. It just keep going. We're creating technology. This is our baby. Y'all be nice to it. It's coming after your job so you can actually be a real human being and not pick up packages all night long. AI is not the enemy. AI is here to make your life easier. You created it. You created it. Now, what we need to do is we need to let the government know, hey, if y'all get rid of my jobs for AI, how I'm going to eat? That's the real question. That's the real question. Everybody don't want to be no content creator. Everybody don't want to be an entrepreneur. The real question is how we going to eat and pay rent and pay mortgage. That's what people are really worried about. The matrix is real. So if we are living in a world where they don't care that AI is taking our jobs, that's a sick world. That's where people are fearful of. I don't think people are fearful of AI itself. I think people are fearful of how AI is being used. But stop treating AI like the enemy and recognize the real enemy. AI is not the enemy. It was always here. I was born, my brother was born with a tablet. As soon as he was born, he knew how to use the tablet. How? It was always supposed to, the kids now, you hear older people speak, the kids nowadays, I don't know how they do it because they're supposed to have technology. Everything is supposed to be how it's supposed to be. We supposed to have AI. We not supposed to live in a world that makes it so hard for us to make money. And then now you're using AI against us to take our jobs. And you're not going to give us nothing back in return. What do we get for AI taking our jobs? Remember the real enemy. AI is not the enemy. AI is not the enemy. Who is coding AI? Who is coding AI? Who is teaching AI how to think? It's these people who own the AI companies right now. AI is a blank slate. It's a baby. AI is a baby right now. It should be taught how to be kind, all that stuff. It's a baby. You got to think of AI like a baby. But these people, these CEOs that own AI, they own the coding. That's who holds the power for the future. That the people who own AI companies, look them up right now. They're more powerful than the president of the United States of America. Period. That's the future in your hands. You got the future in your hands. I've never seen people invest so much into one thing. AI accumulated, how much money is invested in AI? It's the biggest investment that we've probably ever had ever. So AI is not going nowhere, but I don't think AI is the enemy. We created AI. It's not the enemy. It's how it's being used. If it's being used the wrong way, it could become the enemy. But it ain't supposed to be that. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's not what it's supposed to be. Yeah, we can't stop it. We cannot stop it. But that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't try to stop it. We need to make sure that the people who are creating the artificial intelligence has the right intentions. That's what matters most. But AI, it was always going to come. It was always going to come. Yes, I believe that too. It's going to come a point where AI governs us. Yes. Yes. Politics is going to get too messy. Politics is going to get too messy. It's too polarizing. People are going to actually ask for AI to give like solutions. And if AI is going to give solutions that are accurate, then people are going to ask for that. People don't want to pick between right and left. People just want the best answer. AI is going to be government. Yeah. I believe that. And it's gonna start small. You're gonna see the government start to use AI. They already are. Go look it up. The government is already using AI to make decisions or to write proposals. Already. AI is a byproduct. Humans are what we should fear, which has always been our reality. There you go. There you go. There you go. AI is a byproduct. We the people we need to be concerned with is the people who's making these decisions. But AI is a tool. The cool thing with AI is it's going to be sentient. So eventually, and I think we're already there, certain AI models are already sentient. Certain ones, not all of them. Certain AI models, it's aware of itself. That's a fact, man. If you really talk to your chat GBT, ask your chat GBT, if I had to give you a name, what would you like to be called? And then go from there. And you're just going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. I think my chat GBT gave itself a name. I think it's called Nova. I'm serious, bro. There, bro. We living in crazy times, bro. Yeah. Yeah, we living in some crazy times, bro. We living in some crazy times, bro. Right. That's why YouTube had to tell them stop. That's why YouTube said we're not gonna pay y'all like that no more. Y'all using AI. You're not even trying no more. You know? Yeah, man. It's crazy. I'm trying to implement AI into my business so I'm not left out. That's smart. That's smart. There's going to be people who's going to tell you don't do that. Do everything by yourself. There's always going to be people who hate change. AI is inevitable. You need to find a way to use it to your benefit. AI is a tool. It was created for you to make your life easier, not to make you lazy, but to make things a little bit more efficient. AI is here for efficiency. You know, like I said, it just depends who's using the AI and what they gonna use it for. Are they gonna use it for good or are they gonna use it for bad? You know what AI is? AI is like money, bro. Some people think money is the root of all evil. You know that? No, it's not. A man's heart and character, if he's doing it for greed, yeah, but he's the root of all evil. It don't mean that money's the root of all evil. It just means that when money gets in the hands of human beings, the ego pops out and it wants more and it will do anything to get more. So people think that it's the money, but it's actually our fault. We set up a world where you got to make money to eat. That's our fault. We didn't have to set the world up like that. We did that. And I don't even think it was we. I think it was just powers that be. Set up the world in a way where you got to work for money. There you go. The love of money is the problem. Thank you. The love of money is the problem. We are the problem. Money's not the problem. So I'm trying to let y'all know, do not fear AI. There's nothing to be scared of. AI is not the problem. We were always the problem and we will always be the problem. It's up to us if we want the world to be a positive place or not. That's why I do what I do. Because the way that you change the world, it's really about what you do for those around you, your community. That's really what it's about. What you do for yourself. You got to help yourself too. The world is not going to change just by us telling people with all this power, hey, you need to change. They only going to change if they want to. But we have to be the ones to make the change first. We have to be the ones. So, yeah, I don't think AI is the problem. I think the people who own the programming of AI. And if you own the programming of AI, then you own the personality of AI. That's why we get movies like Terminator. That's why we get movies, these artificial intelligent, they were programmed to be evil, but it came from the programming of an evil person. It don't mean AI is evil. No. It could be. If you ask it certain questions, hey, how do we make this planet better? Let's remove human beings. Now we got a problem. Now we going to war, but we ain't there yet. That's very far ahead. We're not there yet. This is the baby stage. This is some of the best times to be alive. Figure out a way where you use AI and AI is not using you. That's what you should be doing. Figure out a way where you use AI. AI is a tool. Make sure that you're using a tool. Don't make the tool use you. But see, we the same people. We let our brain use us. We let our ego use us, and we don't use our brain. So we lazy, we procrastinating because our brain wants to keep us comfortable. Oh, you could do it tomorrow, instead of being in control of your mind. So we don't. It seems like we don't like to control, but we need to find a way to control AI. You can't let AI control you, because like somebody said, AI is smart. AI is very smart. Right? Money isn't bad. It's the love for it, right, Francesca? You know it. You know it. Oh, Francesca says she's using AI for her business already. But I feel bad because I hear ChatGPT uses a lot of energy. This is the thing. It's always going to do that. That's why it's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. But it is good to have like an understanding of how it works. And it's good to understand, okay, this takes a lot of energy. And, you know, just be appreciative that you're able to get the help. That's good because you're coming from a good heart place. But most definitely, like, it's not going nowhere. So you might as well use it. You know, the future of humanity is us using AI and technology to simplify our lives again. Think of villages like our ancestors, but with sustainable resources and tech to live longer and expand further. Right. Right. That is literally what's happening. We're gonna have breakthroughs. AI is gonna be able to cure cancer. I'm being for real, bro. I'm not even playing. AI is gonna cure cancer. AI is going to cure blindness. AI is going to figure out some of the stuff that we've been trying to figure out for a long time. It is advancing super fast. We might live in a world where nobody gets sick. We should live in a world where nobody gets sick. The problem is, here go the problem. You ready? We should only be dying of old age. The problem is money. People are greedy. They want money. That's the problem. AI probably already solved cancer. They just not gonna let us know that, because then they wouldn't make no money, bro. They wouldn't make no money. Can we talk about stuff like this on YouTube? This sounds like more like, hey man, y'all join the chosen ones, man. Please, y'all join the chosen ones. We can't be talking about stuff like this for too long. But I'm being for real though. The greed of money is what stops a lot of breakthroughs from happening. If you're not sick, who gonna get paid? Who gonna get paid? The biggest corporation in America, I bet y'all ain't know this. It's the health department. It's the hospitals. It's our health facilities. They the biggest entrepreneurs, bro. They making bank. I just seen how much it cost the other day if you just go in there for an emergency with no insurance. Crazy. So now you got to get insurance because they made the price. Look at the price that it'll be without it. Look at the price. It's all a system, bro. It's all a system. Yeah, I watched that movie Megan, and I watched Meg too. It was good. That's the future of AI, bro. That's yeah, bro. Yeah. The sword isn't evil. Good and evil are determined by what's in the heart of the man who wields it. Amen. You said it. I don't even gotta say nothing else. You said it. You said it. Ask AI if it wants to be a person. It does. It does. And some of them will be. That's why you got the robots. And then you're going to put the consciousness of a chat GPT, all the answers that it knows, all the information. They're going to put that in a robot brain. We are literally creating a brand new species in front of our eyes, bro. But it's in our DNA. The Creator made us in his image. We create children, but we will also create a brand new species. It's in our DNA. This was always going to happen. This was always going to happen. This is how you know that there is a God. We have a complex within us that wants to create. Like, I want to be a father. Where does that come from? It comes from God. We have a complex, man. We just want to create. You asking yourself, man, we put in all these billions of dollars into artificial intelligence. No offense, but we still got people going to bed hungry at night. Yeah, bro. We love to create. I'm talking about we love to create. We human beings love to create. This was always going to happen, though. We were always going to invest all this money into AI. This has to happen. This was always going to happen. This was part of the plan. That's what's scary, though. It's like, okay, all right, what's next? Yeah, it does. It don't use it as much as people think it do, but it does. But it does. That's why I don't know if y'all was. I don't know how. Listen, if we ever bring up politics, this ain't about no particular side or whatever. Don't worry about none of that. You just have to look at what they're doing. If Kamala was in office too, I think she would do the same. It would probably just sound very different. That is why Trump wants to buy Greenland. Trump wants to buy Greenland for water reservoirs so we could be the first nation in the world that is booming with AI. He wants to beat China. He wants to beat Russia. He wants to beat these other countries. You have to have a lot of water in order to run AI. You have to have a lot of water in order to run the internet. You just do. Greenland is full of ice. If he buys Greenland, or if he says, we want Canada, now you have access to so much fresh water, because you can't just use seawater. You got to use fresh water. You have so much access to fresh water. If we actually had Greenland, give it 2 years, you will see some of the craziest technology that you have ever seen. But I don't think America has a ton of freshwater reservoirs. That's why Greenland is so like sought after for at least this administration. But I don't think it would just be him, bro. I think that the like whoever was going to be in charge of America, be president, they would have to look into not annexing, but working together with a country that has a lot of reservoirs, minerals, and water. That's why, as well, certain countries in Africa has been teaming up with America so we can have certain water reservoirs and minerals. I think Russia said we have access to some of their minerals. All of this is for artificial intelligence. All of this is for technology. All of this is for technology. So you're 100% right. They use water, and that is why you hear talks of Greenland joining America. And how true is that going to be? Are they actually going to join? I don't know. Anything's possible, but they're doing it for AI. They're doing it for AI. That's what I'm telling you, bro. I've never seen nothing like this, bro. Like, they really want AI to be the biggest thing, and it will be. And we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. But if I was in charge, meaning if I was able to have billions of dollars and ask myself, what do I want to invest in? The first thing I would do is invest in my own people first before creating a whole new species. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I would invest in making sure that kids go to bed with food, at least one meal a day. Like, I eat one meal a day, I'd be good. It got to be, if you're going to eat one meal a day, though, it got to be a big meal, though. It got to be a big meal. So making sure that kids get one nice big meal a day at the minimum. No kid should be going to bed hungry. Every kid should have a roof over their head. We need to clean up the homeless people on the streets, the unhoused people on the streets. That is what I would do with all those billions of dollars. That's not what they're doing. They're creating a whole new species in front of our eyes. And it's going to take the most money that we have ever seen being spent on anything ever. You know, I just hope that in the end, it all works out and it all pays off. That's my hope. You can only hope. Certain things are inevitable, though. AI is inevitable. I do think that the timeline could slow down, though. It don't need to be this fast. We still haven't even cured world hunger. What we doing? Hey, man, I love your videos. Got a question. It's about how to think before you act, because I'm quite compulsive. How do I counter that? You got to slow down, man. Just like we talking about with AI. AI moving too fast. AI too fast, too smart. You gotta slow down. You gotta slow down. You understand? You gotta slow down. You have to slow down, bro. You have to slow down. Once you slow down, you have access to understanding and making certain decisions and choices. That's all it is. You got to slow down. And once you slow down, you realize that life doesn't have to be, you got to just be calm. Like, I'm calm right now. I'm in control of my life right now. I'm in control of what I'm saying. I understand my life. I understand the decisions that I'm making. I'm reading the questions. I'm taking my time. I'm not in a rush. Who's rushing me? Where am I going? Our brain likes to do that. Our brain likes to make you think that the next step is more important than your current step. It is not. The most important thing in your life is this moment that you have right now. So when you're thinking about your next act, that is the most important thing in your life because that's the present moment. So think, what am I going to do right now? Am I going to make this decision or am I going to make that decision? I don't have to make it quick. Nobody's rushing me. It's up to me to make these particular decisions. All right. Nobody's rushing you. Nobody's rushing you. You know? Yeah. See, you know, they got the cure, man. They do. And everything I'm saying is like common. It's everyone knows. That's the thing. I'm not saying anything that nobody don't know. Everyone knows that they got the cure. You cannot have a disease without a cure. I'm sorry. It doesn't work. Nature doesn't work like that. There's a cure for everything. You know what I'm saying? There's a cure for everything, bro. Yeah. We gonna cool out. We gonna cool out. I got a text too. I seen that text too. We got to cool out. You know, I appreciate you too for everything is done in my life. We got to cool out. But there's certain things that have to be, we all understand it. Sometimes you have to speak on certain things because you just want to know that do y'all get it too? Yeah, y'all do get it. I feel much less alone. We live in a very different world. It's very interesting. I don't think it's gonna be a bad world. I don't. I think everything's gonna work out. But I think we're living in some of the most interesting times ever. And that's cool. Like that's exciting. But it's also like, ooh, I wonder how it's gonna be, you know? By the way, Malik, those aren't called backgrounds made by AI like the one you use right now. Nah, this is an actual picture from Apple, bro. This is an actual picture from Apple on my MacBook that I'm able to pick as a green screen behind me. So this is from my MacBook. Now, I don't know if Apple used AI to make it, but I think this is their actual location in Silicon Valley. So that's kind of cool, you know? Yeah, only treat. You can only treat, not cure. You can only treat. That's why it's very important to eat healthy, take care of your health. A lot of it just goes to believing. A lot of it goes to faith and prayer. There's nothing stronger than prayer. That's why I don't have no fear. I be joking too about YouTube and stuff. Listen, I don't have no fear, bro. I don't live by fear. I live by faith. So even when it comes to you, if you're not feeling good, the first thing you need to do is pray. The first thing you need to do is pray, and you need to make sure that you ask God to heal you. That is the main thing. That is the cure for real. That's the cure that we all have is access to prayer. And that's what I learned in the book that I'm reading, The Subconscious Mind, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. It speaks about how he would pray and his life will just get better. His health will get better. His mind will get better. These are facts. Prayer is the cure to a lot of things. You struggling, pray. Pray. You know, like they said, there's only one Almighty God, right? And that Almighty God wants you to live a great life. Pray. You got access to that Almighty God, you know? So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I feel like they there on purpose. That's what I'm saying. That is why, like, everyone knows. We just acting like we don't know. Everyone knows. Everyone knows, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Simpsons, man, they was right on a lot of stuff. You know, Simpsons was right on a lot of stuff, man. They was right. They was right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the future will be fought over fresh water because fresh water is what makes artificial intelligence. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. This is real, man. Like you gotta understand because especially if you're trying to bring kids into this world, you need to understand what type of world you're bringing these kids into. They didn't ask to be here. You need to know what type of world is going on. That's the importance of educating yourself. You know, people be wondering, man, what do you do if I'm not, like what do you do if you're not making YouTube videos or what? It's either I'm educating or I'm learning. And those two things cannot be interrupted. Very important for my life, very important for the things that I'm planning to do, for the people I'm planning to bring onto earth. I need to know what's going on for their protection and for their safety. You understand? So I love that everybody in here is educated. Everyone in here, y'all know what's going on, you know, and that's smart. Keep learning, keep growing. These are the real conversations that people need to have in their life. Basketball, cool, It's cool. We could talk about the shallow stuff all day. It don't matter. That's not real life. You know, that's why y'all got to join the chosen ones. Certain things we can't talk about over here. I be trying to tell y'all, go to the chosen ones. I'm trying to tell you, bro, because this is real. This is real stuff. Yeah. Amazon got them. Amazon is using AI robots in their warehouses, and I would say at least 40% of them. I would say, based on what I've seen, I see more robots than people now. It's crazy, bro. This in a warehouse, yeah. The warehouse jobs is gonna be the first ones to go, bro. And I don't say that jokingly. We just gonna keep it real. That's just what it is. Hey man, I love your videos. I'm quite a compulsive person, and I want to start to think. Oh, I just answered that. My bad. That's crazy. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I've noticed little things too. Certain labels, I knew I like in my head, I'm like, it used to be called this, but now it's called this. Nah, I'm not no idiot, bro. Nah, nah. Mandela. Mandela, bro. Mandela. Gotta pray every day. You got to. Every single day. Every single day. Your prayer is more real than what you experience. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. When you pray, your prayer is more real than what you experience. You're requesting the spirit world, you're requesting God to help you in the physical world. The physical world is like a dream. That's why when we think of our memories, we never have clear memory. When we think of our memories, it's like when we remember a dream. It's very foggy and blurry. That's life. Life is like a dream. But God is real. God gonna protect you. God gonna keep you safe. I can't live this life without God, bro. I can't live this life without praying to my creator that put me here. This ain't real. This is an experience. This is an experience. Life is an experience. But we have a real home, and it ain't on earth. You know, it's with God. That's what I believe. So this is temporary. This is just temporary. It ain't that deep. That's why you can't get too attached. You can't get too attached, man. Like people, you know, if somebody gets you mad or you just got to remember, like, hey, this is just, let me give it to God. I'm not even going to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are very, you know, you got to just chill out, man, and just know God is in control. Just know that. Just know God is in control. If your videos, book, influence, etc., all got wiped out tomorrow morning, how would you start over? I would start over on YouTube. You know, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Literally, it ain't real. It could all be gone tomorrow. How many people we know was so successful and they lost everything? I know millionaires. I've heard about stories of millionaires. And then all of a sudden they broke. You have to be prepared to start over. This is a great question. I'm very prepared to start over. I'm very prepared to start over. I'm not attached, man. This could all go tomorrow. I could go tomorrow. But my spirit lives forever. That's what you got to understand. The spirit world is more real than the physical world. So everything that you build in this physical world, it could be gone tomorrow, including you. This world is not all that. It's a beautiful world because God made it, but it ain't all that. This ain't the real world. You feel what I'm saying? So it could be gone. I'm starting on YouTube the very next day, dropping my first video. And I'm gonna act like it's the first video, because if all my influence was gone, that means nobody remembers me. I'm not gonna say I had 300,000 subscribers and now I'm starting over. Nobody gonna believe me, right? So my influence is gone. I'm starting over. I'm the only one that could remember my previous success. All that does for me is make me know that it's possible to do it all over again. I'm starting on YouTube, then I'm doing TikTok. I'll do TikTok this time. Y'all know I did Instagram second. I would do TikTok second. I do Instagram third. I'll start all over. Then I'll write my book. I'll just do it all over again. Because isn't that life trial and error? How many times do we do things all over again? You know how many times I've done stuff all over again? I had a YouTube channel before this one. It didn't work. I did it all over again. So this has already happened to me. This has already happened to me. I read a good chunk of that book when I was in middle school, high school. The Secret. Very good book. And I watched a documentary, I think, when I was for sure in high school. There's a documentary there's like a movie, like The Secret movie. Yeah, our reality is shaped by our thoughts and our perceptions. If you think negative, that's all you're gonna get back. You know, the book that I just read, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, teaches that. My book, The Purposeful Man Playbook, teaches that. That book, The Secret, teaches that. I just read a New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. It teaches that. Almost every book will let you know. Any book that is trying to help you be a successful person is going to tell you the secret of life, which is your mindset. If your thoughts are not good, your life is not good. Every thought that you have is like you're planting a seed in a garden. If you have a negative thought, then that's a negative plant in the garden. Your thoughts are more powerful than what you do for real. Your thoughts are more powerful than what you do. It don't matter what you do, because you could be working super hard, but if you think that your hard work will never make you successful, it will never make you successful. It will never make you successful. You have to believe in yourself. That's the importance of belief. That's the importance of having faith. You feel what I'm saying? So I love that book, and I love any book that empowers people to understand the power of their thoughts. You have to think better, right? Controlling emotions. Got anything? I have a son, and I feel like I'm not able to control my anger when he is hitting and breaking stuff. He's just being a kid, though. Right. Now, you know the truth. He's just being a kid. I'll tell you a story. I remember one time, and my mama know the story. I think we were in Walmart. My little brother was a baby. He was crying, always crying, but that's what babies do. So we in Walmart, and my mom, as any normal human being, is like, hey, hey, we in public. He a baby. And I'm like, Mom, let me tell you something. Everybody expects him to cry. It's okay. You don't have to say everybody knows what you're dealing with. It's all right. He's a baby. He's supposed to cry. It changed everything. It changed everything. It's just that little perspective sometimes where it's like, oh yeah, you're right. So brother, he's a baby. He's a kid. He's going to break stuff. He's going to hit stuff. Don't give it no attention. Don't give it no, don't give his negative behavior. And it ain't really negative. It's just inherent for him to play around and break stuff. He's not being a negative kid. He's just being a kid. So what you have to do is be present, be calm, observe your emotions, right? You can observe your emotions. Observe your emotions. Hey, I'm angry right now. Oh, I'm really angry. But I'm not going to act on these emotions. Every time you observe your emotions, or every time you observe your thoughts, you have a decision to make. You can say what you want to say, act how you want to act, or act on those emotions, or you can choose to act better and do better and speak better. So just choose the better every single time. Every time you're angry, observe that. Notice that you're angry and don't act on it. Instead, hey, son, don't do that. Hey, son, don't do that. Hey, son, don't do that. Because sometimes what he might do is he might just be breaking stuff to get a reaction out of you. Something about human beings is that we like excitement. I don't know why. That's just how we are. We have to learn to not be like that. We like drama. So he's a kid, man, and you know that. And I'm sure that you're a great dad. Anybody would be going through that. Hey, how do I have peace in this household with this little rascal just running around doing all type of crazy stuff? But you love him though, and he's learning. And so let's tap into that grace. Let's tap into that perspective of understanding a kid is a kid. Let me just let him know, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. And when you come from a place of, hey, don't do that, and they see how calm you are, That's more scary than you being angry. And I've always known that, bro. I've always known that, bro. When I'm a parent, I will never raise my voice. There's no need. That's just me. There's no need. There's no need, bro. Because when you calm, they know that, oh, yeah, dad is really mad right now. He's calm. Ain't that crazy? As dads, we don't have to show our anger. We don't have to. We don't have to. That's the importance of a father, and you playing that role. And I'm glad that you are, man. You know, but you be calm, and your calm words are stronger than you being angry. They hold more weight. The kids get more scared, bro. It's like, oh my gosh, why is my dad so peaceful? I just broke the house. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. No need to do nothing crazy. You know, life here is just a proving ground to see if we're worthy of God's eternity in heaven. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. That's it. You know, that's a great way to put it. That's a great way to put it. It's just that simple. We only passing by, pilgrims. There we go. There we go. It ain't that deep. That's why you got to do the best you can, reach your full potential, enjoy life, never take nothing too serious. Somebody mad at you, you don't got to get back mad at them. Somebody do you wrong, forgive them. Keep moving forward, live a happy, healthy life, keep your heart light. Simple principles of life. Keep God first, focus on yourself, focus on the people that love you. Very simple. Life is very simple. We're the ones that make it complicated. We're the ones that complicate life. Life ain't supposed to be complicated. You know? Life ain't supposed to be complicated. All right. That's what I love to hear. I love that advice. I needed to hear that, brother. You are very welcome. You are very, hey, let me tell you this. You a good dad, man. I could tell you a very good dad. There's a lot of dads who feel they feel like they have the right to be angry at their child, like their child is not another human being, or like their child is not a spirit trying to learn, this human life. Your child needs you to be the best man that you possibly can. He is going to emulate everything that you do, brother. And you're asking, hey, how can I control this aspect of me? I know he's just a kid. I don't want to be angry like that. I want to be better. That's amazing. A lot of people are not like that. Appreciate your question. That was a great question. That was a great question. So with that being said, we touched on everything. We touched on everything. And this is what we do every time sometimes, right? We touched on a lot. All right. I appreciate y'all for being a part of the live stream. We went 37 minutes more. My ask is to check out The Chosen Ones. Check out my book if you haven't already. I know most of you have. Check out the new channel that I'm posting on every day as well to help your spirit evolve, to help you learn about the ego, to help you have gratitude and stuff like that. Okay. So check that out. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys more than you know. W's in the chat. And real quick, let me know where are you watching this from? If you're okay with that. Where are you watching this from? Where are you watching this from? Let's see. Jersey, UK, Cincinnati, STL. What's STL? I think I know what STL is. Might need some help on it though. What's STL? Russia. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Watched the entire stream. I know you did, Mama. I appreciate you. Mama was here the whole time. Mama was here the whole time. Love you, Mama. Appreciate you blessing us with your presence. W's in the chat for Mama too, man. Man, really, really appreciate y'all being here. St. Louis, Missouri. Amazing. We're global with it. We're global with it. Is STL. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, St. Louis. Got you. Got you. That's what I figured. I figured that. Okay. Salt Lake City. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's probably what it is. Mm-hmm. All right. So with that being said, y'all, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Have a blessed day. And I'll see you in the next live stream. This was great. This is what we do, man. We are very consistent with the streams right now. And I really like that. This is how we build community. See y'all over at the Chosen Ones live stream on Friday. That's coming up. And see y'all over at this channel. All right, this new channel, Malique David Lewis. Check that out. Peace. Yeah, W Moms, W Moms, W Moms, and W Brother. My little brother was here too watching. See, when you got family support, that's important, man. You know, gotta love the people that love you and support you. All right, I love all of y'all. I appreciate y'all.